And we are live, folks. Welcome to episode 4 of the Arcane Apocalypse, where our gang of everyday folk from various walks of life have been thrown together and flung 8 years into the future, where the world has plunged into this magical apocalypse. The group shortly thereafter met a new ally, a robot named Kai9, who has been sent to find them and bring them back to his master, a mysterious wizard only known as the Great Leon. Currently, the group has been traveling the 40-mile trek west along the highway, working our way through the fields of Kansas, braving through perilous arcane storms, fighting off all manner of monster, including zombies, owlbears, and enormous man-eating insects. Now, recently, the group continues our adventure after having a much-deserved long rest. We pick up having just started our morning travels along the highway, being about an hour into our morning walk. We pick up on a somewhat chilly but calm spring morning. The sky overcast with the lingering clouds from last night's storm. Now, before we pick up, I'm going to go ahead and we'll do our quick introductions going around the group, and we will give our name, who our character was before the apocalypse, after the apocalypse, and our icebreaker question of the week is, what do you consider your greatest vice? And do you keep it a secret? And we will start with Frankie and go on down the line.
Hi, my name is Ben. I'm playing Frankie DeJean, who worked in customer service before the apocalypse and is now a warlock. Frankie's greatest vice, in Frankie's eyes, is not having a cigarette, but it's in reality probably the opposite.
It's confusing. My turn?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's
yeah. After the metaphysical mind melt.
I need to meditate on that. Hi, Nathan here. I play Agent Cade Knox. He is a monk post Time Warp. And Agent Knox's greatest vice is he loves to steal things. He grew up very poor, and it was sort of a means to survival. Just like literally like stealing to eat, stealing to sell stuff to have money to afford like stuff he needed. And it became a challenge. And as far as like people knowing, his view was, you're not a very good thief if everyone knows you're a thief. So it's very much something that he prides, like keeping hidden. But yeah.
I'm Jordan. I am playing Ro. In the apocalypse, I am a bard. Ro is a bard. Ro hasn't really had time to consider her vices. In her past life, she wouldn't have. She knows the word, but it wouldn't have been something that ever would have been something she considered. So I think at present, she probably doesn't think she has any.
Dandelions.
Dandelion.
The only thing she's consumed so far,
Only thing.
Got
it. Kurt.
All right. I'm Curtis. I'm playing Reverend Himmelberger, aka Rev. Rev is a small town pastor that becomes a cleric in this new world and uses faith and a baseball bat to navigate his world through this new foreign land. Rev's greatest vices is that he's always hopped up on caffeine and I guess also grilled cheese sandwiches.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm playing Kai 9X, the autonome wizard who is from the future, as opposed to having been dropped here accidentally. I'd say that Kai's greatest vice is probably binge watching the movies that he finds around and diving way too deep into the lore of those movies.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm playing Dr. Hermes Sanguine. I'd probably say that Dr. Sanguine's greatest vice is probably the prospect of instant gratification. Military, smoking a bunch of cigarettes, getting out, going into medical school. Doesn't look great to be a doctor smoking cigarettes, going to vapes, nicotine, and there's no better feeling than a cheeseburger with a milkshake. But instant gratification. But it's always something you got to keep under wraps and keep controlled, or else it just spirals. Buying lottery tickets every day. So it's something you would probably keep to yourself.
And I am your dungeon master, Bill Stifler, and this is the Arcane Apocalypse. At some point, we'll have a theme song that plays here. Once I get somebody to write it. And then, we will now pick up with the group on this peaceful but chilly spring morning. We are now having traveled our first full day's travel, with the only event being our detour to the wreck site to repair some of Kai 9's memory. We have made it about 20 miles on the journey, and we have about 20 miles left to go. Hypothetically, with a good solid day's march, we could make it before sunset. And that's where we pick up. What are we doing in the road? Who's talking to whom? How are we going about this as we continue our march along the highway?
Well, Frankie is not talking so much as like peering into every single car that we pass, looking for cigarettes, but also food at this point. It's been a while since Frankie has eaten. I'm just saying something because Frankie eats like a mouse. But here we are.
While we're continuing, I'm definitely going to be looking right alongside him through everything that I can, because I need a little bit more protection than a leather jacket at this point.
Guy is oblivious to all of this and is just absolutely rambling on about the minutia of modern or post. At this point, it would be ancient pop culture, as he will not shut up about the little details.
And as you all continue on, is there anything specific where are we doing any scouting, any investigating as we go, or are we booking it as fast as we can at this point now, knowing that hypothetically today could be the day? Like, are we taking some detours to look for loot and CDs and cigarettes and things en route, or
if we would happen to pass any parking lots in eyeshot, I would certainly want to take a rest at that time, to loot the cars.
Sure.
I would definitely like to be able to dig up some, at least some form of armor or armoring for this jacket or something along those lines. Anything to make me a little bit able to more take a hit in the next battles we take, because I'm running into that wall. You know what I mean, guys? So
I think we should just move. You know, the best way to not take a hit is don't get in a fight, and then we just move. Just keep moving. Move, move,
it's a
move.
fair point.
Although I'm not thrilled necessarily to go meet this wizard person. I also don't want to just be like out here in the open, especially because we've been attacked by all sorts of craziness so far. So slowly siding with Kai9 on this like let's just move kind of idea, but yeah, as we're moving, I'm just kind of continuing to dress myself in some of the random stuff that I have in my random giant oversized sports bag.
Anything you might have in there that you could share to assist there in that armor class?
No, I mean, I already put it on, so like, I don't really have any extra per se. I shared some of the granola bars earlier, so that was my contribution.
And if I remember correctly, you said you had
so.
1 day's worth of granola bars, enough to keep you guys not hungry for the first day. But
yeah, it wasn't a ton. I don't have the amount to like sustain us.
Yeah.
A multi-day journey. So
yep. Well, yeah. So today, hypothetically, you all have woken up with no food left, right?
Well, no, that was when I gave it. Was in the morning. That was like
that was
breakfast.
yesterday.
I was like. That was.
It was this morning.
It was this morning. Yeah, because right after we woke up, we went into the woods.
And now we've taken a long rest and are at the day after that.
We have?
No, the long rest.
I was trying to hand wave us during the introduction here through. This is now day 2. You guys are now 20 miles down the road.
Okay.
I was. Yep. We're fast forwarding to.
All right.
You are now on the next day, long rested. You guys have now woken up the day after.
Gotcha.
And are an hour into the second day's journey down the road.
Okay.
And
Humans
you know that
gained heroic inspiration since we slept.
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody gets all the long rest things.
Okay.
Yes,
that is
sorry.
very good to know.
Yes. Long rest around.
That makes everything much more clear.
So yeah, we're awake the next day. The granola bars are now gone because you ate them all yesterday, unless somebody decided to like stash one and go hungry at dinner time or something, So yeah, we've now woken up the second day with the rest of the first day's travel was uneventful. However, there was again storms at night like before, where you had to take refuge in some sort of in a vehicle. You did find yourself this one wasn't a church van, sadly, but it was a sizable van with some cushioned seats and stuff for people to recline in, or at least get horizontal on some sort of padding.
Fair enough. Yeah, then I suppose I'll be a little bit more inclined to also be looking around if there's anything at all to munch on.
So, I mean, there's a decent amount of cars that have either been stalled or wrecked or pulled over or even stopped like in the middle of the highway at various points all along here. So if you want to kind of take your time en route to pick through each car, you can do so, and that'll extend your travel time a little bit, or you can kind of just investigate the area whenever you're doing a short rest if you don't want to have to extend your travel time.
Well, man's gotta eat and smoke for that matter. So
I mean, I'd be in agreement with just trying to see if we can hunt something along the way to get some food to cook, and then not extending our travel.
Maybe we can agree to stop a certain amount of miles. I mean, Kai can tell us how many miles we've gone, right, Kai?
Absolutely. We've gone exactly 23.642 miles.
Yeah,
Kai,
so maybe.
Do you know anywhere like along this route that there might be something for us? Those of us who like flesh and blood and bone
and
for sustenance.
People who have to actually eat.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, there's plant and animal matter all around here. Look there, plant, and look there, I see a bird
That
in that
won't
tree.
kill us.
There's a bird in the tree over there. You don't hear it singing?
I don't know. Everything else has tried to kill us, or that bird tried to kill us.
I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at that bird. Thanks.
Give me an Eldritch Blast attack. Let's go. We're going hunting.
All right, let's do it.
Pre-cooked.
So stopping to go hunting is 100% an option if you want to like actually go hunting for anything more significant than a bird or two that you happen to see en route. You got a 20 to hit. Yeah, you absolutely nailed the bird. For how much damage?
Let's see here. It's gonna be goodness gracious. 13
An
damage.
exploded bird.
Exploded.
An exploded bird.
Max
So wait, you shot an
damage.
Eldritch Blast. Is this like a giant bird, or is this like a parakeet?
It
Oh,
was a
it's nothing
songbird in the
anymore.
tree.
It's nothing anymore.
That's what I was getting at.
Good
Yeah.
old-fashioned Cardinalis. Cardinalis.
It was
It's like
it was,
using
it
a
was like a pigeon.
357 on a snail. Like,
So, you all have inquired, and Kai has replied about hunting for things. Is there any, or do you want to go hunting, or are you more inclined to try to find somewhere that you could like scavenge for like packaged food?
Ro
And
is going to
route.
be searching for ingredients that might help build food, like make food, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Ingredients that could give us a meal of some kind, whether that's like seasonings or roots or herbs or whatever might be. She's just going to kind of be looking around for ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the wizard eats. I'm sure that if we just keep moving, we can get food when we get to the wizards.
it's a fair point.
But like, but
We're not gonna
my-
die without
my
food.
stomach doesn't feel like it can
She
wait
might.
much longer. I think that's what is going on. It's like right here, hurts really bad, and I feel hungry. I think.
You can go way longer without food than you think you can.
Have you been drinking water? We talked about this. You can only go like a few days without water. Food, you can go a while.
Water's the issue. Yeah.
I did
Any
have
of us
some
been drinking
water.
water.
I handed out some water earlier on, but that's
Oh.
probably gone also.
So, hypothetically, you all did remember seeing an ice cream place along the side of the highway, about 2 miles back. And let me see, what else did you pass?
That milk's gone bad.
There was a wine shop, like a tasting room, about 3 or 4 miles back that you could see from the highway.
I really don't recommend we go backwards.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a
Oh,
good.
probably not.
Let's just push forward.
That's what you know is behind you. I don't know how much attention Kai was paying to what could be ahead. But let's see. As far en route, you
I don't find that there are many arcane relics at restaurants, so I mostly spend my time in bookstores and movie stores.
Do you know any like secret stashes of water?
You mean like a lake?
Yeah.
That could.
We will most
so.
certainly be passing a stream on our way back to see the wizard.
Okay.
The great Leon awaits. Let us away.
Water gonna be safe?
I agree
We have
with
to boil it first.
9X. I think
But-
the distance we have left, given all the things that everyone has mentioned, if we see anything we want to search, we can stop and search. We don't need to search everything. If we see an animal we can shoot on the way, we can try to shoot it, maybe get some food. But I think sitting here talking about it is wasting a lot of time when we're really
we're having this conversation
miles.
already en route.
Okay.
Moving.
Yeah,
This is all while moving. We aren't sitting
Okay,
around
good.
with our dicks
Okay,
in
I
our
thought we were
hands
just like
waiting
hanging out.
Nope. No,
Alright.
this conversation is happening about an hour into hiking in the morning.
All right. Yeah, I just think we should keep hoofing it unless we see an opportunity literally cross our path.
Yeah.
Fair. I'm game.
That works.
Sweet. I think water is our number one priority, though.
Agreed.
Yep.
But we're not taking any risks.
Nope.
We shouldn't deviate from the path unless it's absolutely necessary. And right now,
Not after what we just saw in the woods a second ago.
Yeah, hell no.
Exactly. Like the Kansas River is about 5 miles north of this highway. Like it kind of runs parallel to it, and there's lots of small creeks and streams that flow into it that this highway crosses over.
Well, I trust Kai has our best interest in mind. So I suppose if there's a stream on the way,
Let's do it.
I think that's
That works.
reasonable.
Wonderful. I'm glad that we were able to come to consensus. Let's move.
Yeah, and there is no semblance of grocery stores or anything en route, like with parking lots near the highway here for the next 20 miles.
it feels like
Hey.
it feels right.
It's middle of nowhere. Like you're in Kansas.
That's
You're in
Kansas.
between. You're in between the towns. Where you were with the mall, that was like the edge
We've
of
all
the
driven
city.
through Kansas.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. We all know what's up. It's just nothing.
You essentially just left Topeka and went to, and you're going through the meadows.
Yeah.
It's,
We're gonna
What?
get like 8.
you do after about 2 hours come across a small creek that crosses along underneath and near the highway. The water looks. This water doesn't like, there doesn't seem to be anything weird magical about it. I mean, it's
Is
on,
it fast
on
running?
initial appearance, it looks like a relatively fast running creek, but like basic creek water. Who is
Voila!
that?
Water.
I would like to inspect the water. I
No
do
No matter what,
have.
we have to boil it. No matter what.
Well, I think we actually have a way around that.
I agree.
Um,
I'm gonna cast Destroy Water on the.
Look, it's gone. I fixed it, guys. Right?
It's not a problem anymore.
No bacteria in it.
That's for sure. No
Now it's
bacteria.
gonna rain back down. It's gonna rain back down. We'll catch it.
I'm gonna start like filling up as much
Oh,
bottles and stuff that I have.
they're just gonna be like, wait. Knox mentioned that some things might have like, what did you call it?
Radiation.
Maybe we should like check
We'll be
it.
okay.
And I do have we talked. I'd like to kind of check the water if I can.
Yeah, because you
I-
have proficiency with the poisoner's kit, correct?
cook's utensils.
Oh, cook's utensils. Okay, yes,
That's
yes.
me.
I knew there were a couple things that could
That's me.
detect like poisons and check it for food safety in various capacities. Yeah. So the proficiency with the cook's utensils. Yeah. So go ahead, and I think the check, if you click
It's
on
a
the utensils,
wisdom. It's a DC 15.
Yep.
I'm not.
And that's to check if it's poisoned, right? Is what
yes.
technically that's what it says.
Spoiled or
I'm-
poisoned? Yes.
Yeah.
Spoiled or poisoned.
While
I
you're
mean,
testing,
I'm not gonna try to be a dick and be like super picky about exactly, because we're in a different game. Like we're in a
I
different
have no idea
mechanical
what I'm looking
or
at.
flavor world.
Which
You got a
makes
10.
sense.
You got a 10. It's creek water. It's creek water.
All right, it's safe.
All
It's
right.
safe, guys.
while you're testing this,
You're
I'm gonna
using
just
brand
keep,
new senses. You're like, I've never smelled water before. I guess
No
this is what
idea
water
what I'm
smells
doing.
like.
I'm
Absolutely
just
no
filling up
idea.
jugs though. While you're testing this, I'm just like filling up jugs.
You just
Just filling them up.
This looks like the water that we drank before, so it's probably safe.
It's not.
I
Listen,
agree.
Gotta boil it.
This water meets the requisite wetness of drinkability.
Uh,
Flying
pH is a little
colors.
off in
While you're
that
filling
case.
those jugs, I'm filling my mug.
Knox
Going
is
straight in,
keeping-
huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
Everyone knows this.
Describe how Frankie is filling his mug. Like you scooping it, you sticking your face in the water. What are you doing here, bud?
Rolling up my sleeves because I'm not a barbarian, and then sticking my face in the water and drinking it.
Rolling up
I
his
mean,
sleeves first,
I
though.
I was going to use my proficiency with the poisoner's kit to test to see if it was poison, but at this point, it is we can only test so much.
Yeah, I mean, Ro didn't detect anything. You can test
Okay.
it as well if you'd like.
What's the check for that?
If you click on your poisoner's kit, it should tell you.
Guys, just if we collect a bunch of water.
I think it was a 15 wisdom.
It might be the same DC 15, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, for sake of time, we'll just assume it's the same. It
Okay, 'cause
was
it's
a
not working.
15 wisdom, right?
So do wisdom.
Was there a specific skill with that, Jordan? Like a proficiency? Or was it just a straight wisdom?
Just wisdom.
Okay.
So it wasn't like perception. Was okay? So it's just wisdom.
For cook's utensils. it is
Yeah,
a-
you don't yeah, you cannot tell initially either.
I hadn't run it yet. I'm just doing it right now.
Oh, I looked at the wrong one. Yeah, you definitely can't.
I definitely can't.
Yeah, neither of yeah.
I didn't get a bonus to my wisdom or anything from it, so
You all are so distracted by the fact that Frankie just shoved his face in the stream.
I'm just really worried.
We're all really.
Frankie,
It's like,
Frankie, just if you just collect some water and bring it over here.
I am collecting water.
Not, but like, don't
I'm
drink it
watering
yet.
myself.
Just don't drink it yet. Just like get a bunch of it and bring it to me.
You
I'm
should
gonna
listen
like.
to Rev.
Listen, you only live once.
Yeah,
If you don't drink
keep
enough
drinking water.
You stop even doing that. So
It is true that we only live once, but it's good to like prolong that life. Instead of do things that are reckless.
I won't succumb to radiation poisoning before we meet the wizard and get our cigarettes.
All
He
right,
sounds
well,
confident. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'll allow it. But I'm down with you, Rev. What do you got in store? I'll
Here.
start helping you get water.
We'll
Well-
come to a compromise. I'll make an intimidation check on the water to make sure it doesn't hurt us.
I listen. I don't know that you could scare the water into it not being poisonous.
I can with a 19.
you're doing your darndest, that's for sure.
Was it Emperor
Frankie,
Nero who sent his army to
Mate,
stab the
I'm
ocean?
drinking more water.
I've never
to
heard
go.
of scaring water before.
All right. Well,
yeah, that does sound right. Nero making his
Nero
guy
was pissed at
stabbing.
Poseidon was like,
Go
all
sta-
of you in the army, go stab the ocean right now. Pissed. Like,
I really prefer collecting artifacts. Collecting people is much harder. Would you come on?
you try hurting cats.
at this point,
It'll take forever.
we should definitely move faster than not, just in case. Frankie, you did a great job scaring that water, but just in case it fights back, maybe we should get you somewhere that, just in case, because
Just in case what? What's our alternative?
Have you
Fine,
ever heard of
thanks.
Montezuma's Revenge?
Yeah.
yeah,
So I was saying we should boil.
where I come from, they call them like the Hershey Squirts, or there's some other names.
What does that mean?
Let's just say,
When you're
I have
driving in your
deduced that-
Chevy and you feel something heavy, diarrhea, diarrhea.
so
I have deduced that Hershey's was a candy bar made back in the day when you guys were lived, and so I imagine that it has to do with some sort of squeezable chocolate bar.
you're right on.
You're about
right
half
on.
right.
Good job, Kai. Yeah, we're in
Maybe
that
we'll
neighborhood.
find some. Maybe we'll find some on the way.
Oh God.
No, you don't want to find this guy.
That's why Frankie's walking in the back. But all right.
But anyways, I'm gonna like just start
Eldritch
collecting
Blast coming on.
any of like the random jugs and jars of water. I'm gonna like collect as much as I possibly can, and just like water bottles that I have around. And I'm gonna take a minute, and by a minute I mean like 10 minutes, I guess. I'm gonna ritual cast purify food and drink. But I'm just gonna start like praying over the water.
Right.
As I'm just praying over the water, be like, listen, guys, I'm gonna bless this water, and we'll be totally fine. But I'm gonna use a ritual cast purify food.
All right, so Reverend Curtis is going to pray over the water. In character, he's casting purify food and drink, correct?
Yeah.
Which will remove all the poisons and stuff. It'll take him 10 minutes.
Is there any?
According to Kai, he has access to divine magic and can actually make stuff happen when he prays. So
that is the way it seems.
Is there any like any roots, herbs, anything growing by the water?
Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a survival check if you wanna check all of the various foliage and
So bad at this.
plant life in the area.
Can I help?
But
roll for
you
that
got it
as well?
20. Absolutely. Yeah, so you can go ahead if you want to also roll it as well, Sanguine. Ro, you all don't know it, but this is the heart of farmland. So there are various remnants of farm crops that have self-propagated, and you actually find a fucking fistful of carrots, like all in and along the side of the creek. Like you straight up find a bunch of carrots.
Good news.
Like about a dozen of them. Dr. Sanguine, you find some thistles that from your time in the military can brew a somewhat bitter tea.
Okay.
And doesn't actually have any stimulants in it, but the taste will keep you awake.
Indeed.
All right, I figure I'll look for food as well, since I see you coming back with an armload of carrots.
I'm gonna pass the carrots. I'm gonna like hold with the carrots in my hands to Rev and be like, bless these, please.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna just start.
Add them to the pile.
Yeah, as people start bringing things, I'm just gonna like start praying over all this stuff. Be like,
Is
just
there
saying
a
like a
quantity?
prayer over dinner. It's a 5-foot radius.
So it's all food it's a circle of 5-foot
Yeah.
radius.
Yep, 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point within range.
Okay, so you got a 10-foot diameter circle. So like you can just put like a pile of food in the middle of here. Got
Yeah,
it.
so
You
we're-
you could purify a small swimming pool.
this is like, I mean, I'm just like praying over Thanksgiving dinner right
exactly,
now.
exactly.
We're just having the
Thanksgiving
blessing
dinner,
before-
but it's a whole lot of water, carrots, and some thistles currently.
yeah, it is what it is.
Thistle.
Frankie, you got a 9. You looking around, you hear some noises that sound like small critters, like maybe some squirrels or something running and jumping around, but can't put eyes on them.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah, so Frankie just starts firing off, banging all over the place.
Finger bang.
And give me finger banging all over the place. You're right. Now, I'm going to have you, Frankie, give me a charisma check.
Oh, sick. Straight charisma?
Just straight charisma.
Great.
Oof. Yeah, with all of the finger banging, you absolutely completely miss what's going on. And don't get it, and your all of your charismatic energy is too focused on banging.
What else is new?
Yep. Sounds right for Frankie.
All right. Well, hey.
Well, we have this handful of these carrots. Apparently they're good for eating, so that's something.
Yeah, they look super yummy.
Knox,
Good
what are you
find.
doing during all of this?
Well, once Rev started setting up to looks like he was doing some stuff. I guess went to probably stayed on the road and just kept lookout
Okay, yeah, keeping a watch. For...
And just making sure like nothing's creeping up on us, and just
Absolutely.
Listen to everyone talk and just kind of observe this kooky party. Like everyone's just like grabbing stuff out of the ground, and I'm just like, we're so close. We can just get to where we're going.
I know. I've been saying that for about
You're probably just hanging out with
32.6
Kai.
miles.
I was just like hanging out with Kai 9X. Like this is ridiculous. Like we're stopping way too often.
Why are our kids trudging around in a freaking creek instead of going to the amusement park?
I've never been human before. Everything is kind of fun.
The creek is so much fun,
The
though.
creek is fun. Oh, flashbacks to childhood down at the Lions Club.
Yeah, right?
It was almost better to go to other siblings' practices and games than your own, because you could just go screw around in the creek.
Yeah, that's right.
This is more like Knoebels than it is Hershey Park.
Oh. Ooh, maybe I could put that as a set location.
Don't you help him.
I'm down for that.
I've got roller coaster parts. Anyway, I need to stop. ADHD moment. Focus, Bill. All right, so after about 10 minutes of you guys trudging around, harvesting various carrots and herbs and water, and then blessing it all, just as you are finishing up and starting to collect all of the jugs and gather the jugs, I'm gonna need Nox and Kai to make perception checks.
Ooh.
8.
Wow.
Both of you got an 8. Okay.
Oh no.
I was like, wait, hold on for that.
Would you like to
then.
watch a movie while we wait? I have a great selection.
I'd
Well,
love
I mean-
to think that you're like giving him the trailers on the projection, like flipping through them.
I didn't watch very many movies. I was busy a lot, so
Oh well, we'll certainly change that.
yeah. What do you recommend?
Well, let's see. Have you seen? And I start flipping through, just fast flipping. How about? Yeah. How about this one? This is the animated The Hobbit movie from back in 1976. It's a wonderful film. Here, let's pop this in.
Animated Hobbit movie. Oh,
I have that DVD somewhere.
I love in the animated Lord of the Rings where Aragorn trips. The rotoscope actor tripped, and they just kept it in the animation.
Amazing.
Like he tripped on his own sword that was sheathed. By the way, like he literally just trips over his sword, and they're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna keep it in the animations."
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I pay attention to that. When you
We
show
both
that
are.
to me, I'm just like fascinated by it. with my 8 perception.
Yep. So yeah, you guys are engrossed in the everybody. After everybody else is done trudging out of the creek, you're about 15 minutes in. They're starting to make their way into the goblin mines in the movie.
Oh, sure. I was like, we're making our way into what?
I was
now?
like, wait, what are we doing?
No, but when the dwarves are making their way into the goblin.
Did we find a cave somewhere?
We were watching the kids for 5 minutes, and they wandered into a goblin.
You have not encountered goblins yet.
All of a sudden, the kids are gone.
I might be slightly burnt out on goblins from Wednesday night campaign, but that's that's another story.
It's so incredible how closely this particular film franchise tracks to the reality that we see today. There's so much to glean from watching this. Tolkien was a real prophet.
What are you guys doing?
Waiting.
We're
Watch the
discussing the finer
movies.
points of the animation style used for conveying the depth of this particular piece, or at least that's what I'm discussing.
Oh, Tolkien, huh?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that tracks.
I have heard of that. I've never seen anything, but I think we probably have to go though.
Oh, are we done finally collecting all of your odds and ends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. I'll pop the DVD back out of my face and put it back into my binder and continue on down the road.
I don't want to know what happens now.
Gonna have to wait till your next short rest.
I was into that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start packing up all the water into my bag.
So after you all take some time to gather up things, are you eating some of these carrots, as you all have not had any food this morning yet?
Might as well eat one, right?
Or is Ro eating them all herself?
She hasn't really.
No, I'm not eating them all myself. I'll
You got 12.
well, 12. Okay.
Solid dozen.
Yeah. Does anybody want a carrot? Anybody want a carrot?
Yes, please.
I'd love one.
Anybody want peanut?
It does sound refreshing.
Isn't carrots like one of those things that people use to help them quit cigarettes? Like, yeah, instead of a cigarette, I go crunch on a carrot for a minute.
Oh, in that case, keep your carrot.
Had a stale Dr. Pepper then. That's it.
Yeah, I'll pass out carrots to everybody that consumes, and then I'll be like, "You got any more room in that bag, Rev?"
Yeah, I have quite a bit. It's pretty spacious, especially since I took a few things out. What are you trying to? What do you need?
He's got this like giant bag. It's like
I'm just
bigger
gonna
than
like,
him.
I'm just gonna kind of hold up the remaining, let's see, 7 carrots.
Yeah.
Carrots.
I'm gonna like, kind of like a backpack. I'm gonna throw it on and then turn around and be like, "There's a spot for you right here. You can toss them."
I'll
You
shove
made
them
it
right
yourself.
in
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah. As you toss it in the bag, and
I'll shove the carrots in the
everybody-
bag.
It's like somebody's like, just put it in my bag for me. Like,
Yeah.
Just turns around.
if you look at his minifig, he actually has this freaking ginormous backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally huge,
Mr. Frodo.
and like opens up, and you can actually put stuff in it. Like
That is
almost,
from the
it
Lord of the Rings
almost
set,
touches
right?
the ground. No, this is way bigger than that.
Oh.
This backpack is large enough that it would like go down to your knees as a
Yeah, it's
normal
really
sized human. It's huge.
it's really.
I was showing them. Yeah. Anyway, so as we get everything loaded up and continue on, everybody who chooses so having a single carrot, it seems, for a late breakfast. 1 carrot.
1 carrot.
And apparently that
These are
is
much better than dandelion.
You just the leaves on the dandelion are better than like the top part, the yellow part. They're not. It's yeah.
Yeah, you,
Yep,
like
no.
sometimes with plants you don't eat like the whole plant. Like you like pick like part of it, and then like sometimes you have to cook like part of it to like
Yeah.
make it. Not,
Rhubarb pie. Rhubarb
Yeah.
pie. Look at that. You know, if you use the roots, you're gonna die. But if you just use the rest, it's rhubarb pie. It's great.
is that
Literally.
saying for rhubarb pie?
It's the saying I just made up. The roots will kill you, but the rest of it's fine to eat.
Yeah.
It sounded like an old commercial or something.
I just got a lot of free time. But... I did find thistle though, so I wanted to say, Frankie, I feel like I'm gonna need to get you some thistle tea later. Definitely come see me if you start to feel a little rumbly in the tumble.
You got it.
All right.
I'm not sure why that would be, but I appreciate the
It's
offer.
got a lot of tannins and it helps with diarrhea.
Oh,
Frankie, were you washing your face in the creek when you went down there? Yeah, I saw you like shove your face, and you didn't just like.
not on purpose.
Did you just like drink a whole bunch of that water, or were you just like cleaning your face and like?
I was. It was a dual purpose action. I like to be efficient. You
Uh-huh.
see.
Frankie, give me
So-
a Constitution saving throw.
Feel like you're directly not answering my question.
When you're sliding into third and your pants are full of turds, diarrhea. Diarrhea.
Why do you keep singing that?
Green apple splatters.
It's just a song.
You feel fine
childhood.
so far.
Oh, come on.
The wild
have-
craps.
You got a 21.
I
you don't
got
feel-
20
Yeah, like I said, you feel fine. What do you want?
so far.
Not getting diarrhea?
I get
What do you want? To magically be
I get it.
cured from all disease?
Get some
You
dysentery.
don't have diarrhea. Congratulations. What better outcome do you want out of this scenario?
Welcome to the Oregon Trail, everyone.
I was about to say, dude, make fun of a guy named Terry, he shoots you, and you die from dysentery. It's bad, man.
I was just thinking that this definitely doesn't have enough poop jokes in it. We should make some more while we're here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay, so, continuing on from there, we, without any indications of dysentery or anything like that, we continue on the road another 4 miles or so from our creek stopping. And then I'm going to need everybody to give me perception checks as we're all having our conversation here.
Hey, I got there. 16.
Hey.
Yay.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah, so most of the group notices about looks like about half a mile ahead, running towards you would appear to be 2 creatures. Heads maybe about 4 and 3 feet off the ground, respectively. Rev, and so everybody, so Rev and Dr. Sanguine can tell exactly what it is. Kai and Ro, you see what appear to be a pair of, and I guess Nox as well. You all see a pair of what appears to be small, furry creatures with horns charging towards you. Rev and Dr. Sanguine, you see a pair of goats running down the highway towards you.
Like goats, or
Like goats. Like straight up goats.
To
Okay.
clarify, you're saying running, but I'm assuming we're not seeing them run on 2 legs, right? Like,
No, correct. They're trotting. They're
Okay.
like
because for a second I was like, okay, so it's not Animal Farm.
but yeah, you spot them about half a mile off, and they are rapidly
gotta
approaching.
love
Does
some goats.
everyone see the creatures approaching us at rapid speed? They seem to be
Yes.
quadrupedal in nature.
All right.
Yes.
So,
Huh?
do you guys see those goats? We need to get those goats. Like for real, for real.
Yeah, I'm down.
Frankie, you seem to be good at hunting. Just do the thing you did before.
No.
No.
Do not kill them.
Doug.
We need to capture them. Goats.
Day
Okay,
1 on a new Minecraft server. No, don't kill all of the sheep. We need to make a farm. Damn it.
They're,
All right, so wait a
don't do
minute.
it, Frankie. Don't do it. Put it away.
Do we have any rope?
That's a good
I believe
question.
I do.
All of a sudden,
Oh wait, no, I don't. Never mind. Sorry. Thinking. No, I don't.
Frankie, you don't have rope?
No. No.
Come on, man. I'm not
My
mad. I'm
clients
just
have
a
to
little
provide that
disappointed.
themselves.
Yeah.
You're hoping to just capture and subdue these creatures?
We should absolutely catch them because goats. Maybe these ones might not, but they can produce milk, and that's definitely probably a really powerful, good, awesome resource in this place where we don't have food and water.
Well,
It's true.
Then it's a really good thing that they're closing the distance on us fairly quickly.
It's also good
Yeah.
cooking.
Knox is going to pull his gun out and cock the gun. He's like, "Do they need their legs?
No! Stop! Don't!
Do they need
don't
their
hurt them.
legs? Like,
As they get
legs.
closer, you
They
can
need
tell that
everything.
they are both adolescent. One older than the other, but neither of them are fully grown.
How close have they
They're
got?
that big,
come on,
but
he's
they're
just
not
a
fully
kid.
grown.
This
Maybe
might
about 100
be-
feet. Maybe they're 3 and 4 feet. 3 and 4 feet tall for a goat.
Yeah. So this might not be a question that you prepared, and if not, then just say I don't know. and we'll carry on. What type of goat?
Yeah,
are they?
maybe they're.
I used to have goats.
I do not know.
I used to own goats.
A
so I was
relatively
curious.
relatively large type of goat that produces milk.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because I used to have milk goats for real.
All right. So what's like a big milk goat that might be available in Kansas?
Well, I don't know about Kansas, but that's okay. There's lots
North
of different
America,
varieties. Yeah.
a big one.
Well,
Where you so
doesn't
okay.
matter.
I'll retcon the sizes. Yeah, they're 2 and 3 feet. Now we're talking all to the top of head,
Sure.
not shoulders.
While these guys are all discussing amongst themselves, I'm going to start moving toward the goats. And when they get within 60 feet, I have a thing I want to do.
Okay.
Okay. I wasn't sure if everybody else wanted to do things.
As the goats are slowing down as they catch sight of you all.
Okay. When I get within 60 feet, I'll cast Silent
Yeah.
Image and create a fence in a 15-foot cube or a 15-foot squared area around them. That is, it can be 15 feet high, so I'll make a 10-foot high fence.
So there's the illusion of a 10-foot fence, 10-foot high fence in a cube around, or a square around them.
Yes.
And you see the two baying and they
Got him.
appear to be crying, and they like turning and looking back behind them.
Oh no.
I don't know if that's gonna. I'm gonna. How far away are they right now?
What was the range on that spell? 60 feet?
60 feet.
I would like to run towards them because I don't believe that the fence is going to hold them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with them. Just
Because goats will run through electric fences on purpose. So, so I'm gonna like run to catch them because I'm not sure that that's gonna like hold them for very long.
Yeah, let's say in order to let the dice tell the story, Kai, give me an animal handling check
Animal handling. Oh, geez.
to see how well your fence handles them animals and convinces them.
Not very.
Oh,
6.
goodness.
I actually,
Because they're gonna just try to butt it down.
You know what? Hold on. I'll use my built for success feature. to
Okay,
Give me an extra D4 on that.
so that turns it into
An 8 from a
an
6.
8 instead of a 6. Jordan, you had something?
I actually was gonna try to influence by it would be animal handling
Animal
too.
handling as well.
By trying to convince them that they're safe where they are, basically, like very calming sounds and
Yeah. So you can give me an animal handling check as well. And I guess everybody who's rushing forward can all try to give me animal handling checks. However, everybody all doing
I didn't
conflicting
wanna do
things
that.
ain't gonna help.
I
much.
wanted to instead, while I'm following him, start looking for what they could have possibly been running from because they were looking
Sure.
behind them while they were running towards us.
You do see that there is like a slight kind of curve in the highway where they where they first came into view. The highway kind of does like a little bit of a curve.
Okay.
Just kind of like zigzags following a little, like it's like the highway itself is mostly straight, but every now and then it does kind of like a little curve around like a hill or something like that. I don't know, I'm just looking at the aerial map of it.
Okay.
But either way, it does do a little bit of a curve type thing, so you can't see much beyond the half-mile mark ahead where they came into view.
Okay.
And that's a lot of single-digit animal handling checks.
yep.
I mean,
We're
shit, I'll
ready for the
I'll
goats.
throw one too. I got a
We're all
14.
just
Yeah, so
standing around the
And an
goats.
18, but
so the larger one of
14.
the two turns around and tries to and kicks right through the illusion as it goes and falters, and the two like step back out of it, but then they don't go anywhere. They look back towards you as a group, and then like look back over their shoulder,
Oh,
and then turn around and start to walk away.
Do
so
they
we
have
followed.
And they
do they
go
have
about
any
10
like
feet, and then they stop and turn back around.
do they have any harness is a strong word, but do they have any like
Any
anything
man-made things on them? No,
Yeah.
no, you do not see any sort of collars, leashes, bells, anything like that.
Well, we need
And
these
they don't
goats.
appear to be like, they don't look like they've been groomed or anything like that. Like they appear to be the same type of goats you would anticipate finding on like a farm, but
Mhm.
But wild.
wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
Some feral goats.
feral goats,
Should I
feral
follow?
adolescent goats who looked at you, cried a bit, walked 10 feet away, and then have looked back at the group again.
So are they like wandering now in the direction that we wanted to go?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I suppose we
Like,
could just follow them for now to not like scare them.
Yeah, you all could give me an insight check if you want. Anybody?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yikes.
Great.
Anybody who got over a 10, you can tell that they don't seem to be particularly scared of you all as a group. Those who got over a 15, you can tell for sure that they want you to follow them.
Let's follow these goats.
Yeah.
Like you're getting
might
the
have some
vibe of like
cigarettes.
you're getting the vibe of like a mom dog being like, "Hey, my puppies are like in danger somewhere," kind of thing.
What's that
But
last?
these are adolescent goats.
They're going the way we're going, and I think it's good that we should maybe try to like take these goats with us in the long term. But
Are you sure that we? Are you sure that you don't want Frankie to Eldritch Blast them?
I'm positive.
Okay.
Been enough
absolutely
finger banging
positive.
today for one day.
Do get all the birds and stuff that you want, but I think these could be a really, really good resource for us going forward.
I agree. I think we should follow these goats because they are not kidding.
That's a good fun.
Oh,
No longer-
Seriously, they want us to follow them.
Yeah, I agree.
On a scale of 1 to 20, I'm like 18 sure.
I'm like on a scale from 1 to 20, 24 sure. They want us to follow them. So
I'm gonna be like hanging, but like I'm gonna slowly after I just kind of hung back and watched all this. Nox is gonna walk up to like where Kai 9X was hanging out.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna just kind of like nudge him, be like, "How does the Great Leon feel about petting zoos?"
That's a good question. I think he'd probably be okay with it as long as the animals were treated well. I mean, if nothing else, we could glean valuable information from keeping the animals for that long.
Oh my god!
I love them.
Oh my god!
Love the goats.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to shoot them, go for it. There they are.
Don't do it. You can't do it now.
Oh, I can.
Like
With the ears.
they're tastier looking than
That
I
little one.
imagined.
Although I guess technically they're on the road in front of you, so they would be more like a boom.
Put my gun down.
I didn't even realize the gun was up and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty.
without the legs, they don't need them. Lord of the Rings.
Goats, come with us.
We should come up with some names for them.
Merry and Pippin.
William
Arthur,
and Thomas
Arthur,
Edward
big
Patrick
better.
Brady.
I heard some people have known the animals like as like companions, or I think they're called pets. Often say that they let the like personality dictate like the choice of the name. And so you like get to know the animal for like a day or two, and then you let its personality tell you its name.
Okay.
I agree. We should name these animals lunch meat.
You think they're called pets?
I've heard they're called pets. I think that's the like, but I've also like I was researching. I was like, there's like pet rocks and like something called like petting, which is like a different thing. Like it's I don't know.
Are you sure you weren't a robot too?
I thought about getting an animal for a while, and then I decided it was
Bad idea.
Don't call my friend a robot.
Goats are kind of like dogs. They're pretty friendly.
Nothing wrong with being a robot. There's
There
nothing
isn't.
wrong with being a robot. Exactly.
why are we?
I like that we said that in stereo.
we
It definitely happened that way in character, for sure.
yeah,
Like,
Huh.
actually, both of you give me an insight check.
Which both?
The two of you who just said that in stereo,
both of the
Okay.
robots.
or the robot and the former robot.
18.
That was good.
Ah, nice.
Ooh, that was good too.
Ro, it was eerily in stereo.
Then I kind of look over at. Oh, I'm right next to. I'm right
I
next to
didn't.
Kai.
Kai, you didn't. It didn't seem anything. Like it just sounded like, from your
Okay.
end, nothing.
All right, so are you eating these goats or taking these goats? In either way, we should continue on to the Great Leon.
Are
Yeah,
these
we're
goats
following-
going in the direction that we are currently headed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
let's just
yeah,
follow
so they,
these
we're following.
goats.
For now, I think we should just follow them. See where it leads us.
Yeah, I'm curious.
We're
Once they
following the goats instead of
Well-
continuing to the Great Leon.
It's
We're
the
doing
same
both.
same way, Kai. We're going the same way.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, so yeah, the goats came from the direction of the Great Leon, stopped, have appeared to enticed you to follow them back towards the Great Leon. At least for now.
As long as long as it's like kind of in the general direction, I think we should follow them and see. They seem like they want us to follow, but either way, we should definitely take these guys with
So-
us.
As they realize that you're following them, they do start to pick their pace up a bit, to the point where you all do have to effectively jog to keep up with them. And you,
As we do, I periodically move the silent image of the fence in front of the different people in the party.
he's just like,
Just-
like here's a hurdle, here's a hurdle.
Yep. Just once in a while, just like ha.
Slow them down a little bit.
Yeah, so
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Negative
Why
one
am I-
intelligence
what-
can only take so much.
yeah, what are the checks to determine whether the illusions are
They
not
can
real?
you
Obviously,
if you
interact with
attempt
it,
to
or-
if you attempt to touch it, you can pass through it, and that shows you that it's an illusion. Or you can take the study action to determine it's an illusion again with a intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC.
All right, so what's the DC?
The spell save DC there is helps if I knew that off the top of my head. 13.
Yeah, so are we going to basically hit everybody once with this little trick?
Sure.
Yeah, so everybody go ahead and make that intelligence or that investigation check as the thing pops up in front of you.
I'm gonna attempt to jump over
I'm
it.
trapped.
And anybody who gets lower than the 13 doesn't realize that it's actually fake. Like you 100% fall for it and think like a wall or a fence or whatever just actually showed up in front of you.
Kai, is
You can
Kai,
still
are we,
run
like,
and
full
you can run
15
still-
feet, or are they like
No,
hurdles?
It's the same size that I set it as to begin with. So I
Okay,
can't
you're
change
just-
I'm allowed to change its appearance during the transition. So like I can make it look like it's moving naturally, but it doesn't it's a fence, it doesn't move naturally. So all I can do is basically make it appear in some flourishing way. But yeah, it's just a 10-foot high mesh
Gotcha.
fence.
And it's a 10-foot high mesh fence. Yeah. So yeah, so you can't really
like a
hurdle it,
tight
but you
chicken
could
wire
like
kind
of
but you could like run around it. And it's 5 feet wide.
No, it's 15 feet wide because it fits into a 15-foot cube. 15
Oh, it's
feet
15.
wide.
I thought it was a 5-foot cube.
No. Minor illusion is silent image is a 15-foot
Ah,
cube.
okay. It's bigger. Gotcha. Yes. Are you enclosing people in the fence when you're doing it, or just
Yeah,
putting the
because
whole
it's
thing?
more fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to attempt to climb this fence that has suddenly trapped me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah. So the two of you go ahead, and as you go to climb the fence, your hands obviously go straight through it, and I'll take some dexterity saving throws to not fall on your face.
So I know that it's an illusion, correct?
Yes, because you got a 16. You're like, I just saw you do this 3 times.
Yeah, like I know what that is. I know what that is at this point.
I'm hanging out
every
watching
time I
Frankie,
giggle and
you
I giggle at
absolutely
it.
face plant right into the road. I'm not gonna make you take any damage, but your bug is.
While I'm
Kinda
down there, I'll
funny
drink
looking.
some.
Bro will
asphalt.
help pick Frankie up since I'm right next.
Thank you, bro.
After that happens, I'll take one of the carrots and I'll hold it up to my little digital mouth and be like, "I'm a wascally wabbit."
What up, Doc?
How long are you gonna keep doing that before you tell them that it's
Oh,
Oh, it's so much more fun when they don't know.
we could.
it's kind of insane?
I guess we're following the goats. I was gonna say we could entice them with a carrot.
Yeah, we might need to do that later, but
Okay. We're off to see the wizard.
So as you're following these goats, you only make it about a mile up the road. Jogging takes you about 15 minutes or so following them before you see that they are coming up across a bridge where there's a much wider and steeper creek that you can see actually almost like a bubbling black smoke coming up out of the ravine that this bridge is across. Definitely not water that you would want to drink for sure.
Speak
Like
for
the
yourself.
water is
Like
the
black,
source.
like straight up black. And you can see it kind of like bubbling up on either side of this bridge. One of the
doesn't look
two, so the highway is, it's 2 lanes going in either direction. The opposite bridge is completely broken out, caved in. The passage is, I think it is, 60 feet across. And you see the 2 goats run up to the edge of the bridge and stop and start making all sorts of crazy noises, hollering out towards the bridge. And in the middle of the bridge, you can see 2 massive, hulking, sort of humanoid-looking creatures, a greenish one and a bluish one, each with some sort of massive, like one has like a massive hunk of metal that appears to be like ripped from the other bridge, and the other one has a big chunk of wood, and the 2 of them are standing there beating the snot, just like taking turns clopping what appears to be a fully grown, now very deceased goat.
Oh.
this whole like 3 goats and a bridge, are these is this a troll? Is this a troll route? Are we doing like
How tall are they?
some trolls here?
Have a cave troll.
They're about 10 feet tall, and this is what you see here ahead of you. And we are going to go to break, and we will come right back to roll initiative on the troll fight.
Lots of
And we are back, folks, as we jump here right into our encounter with what appears to be a pair of ferocious trolls guarding the bridge between us and the wizard, and for Frankie, that tasty, tasty nicotine. For others, other important things too, like Kai's memories and, questions and answers about what the heck has happened to our families and stuff like that. Not super important things, but that tobacco for Frankie, that's the important thing we're headed for, right? And we've followed a pair of adolescent goats to this bridge after they've beckoned us here, and only for us to see this pair of trolls beating a bloody remnant of what appears to be the older goat on the bridge ahead of you. As you approach, the trolls look up towards you and let out ferocious like roiling gurgles and howls at you, and raise their weapons high, each having hunks of giant. One has a giant hunk of wood, the other a giant hunk of metal. And we jump in at the top of the order with Frankie, then Nox. What do you got, Frankie?
So I guess standing where I am,
you are
no.
actually exactly 60 feet away from the trolls at this point. And for ease, I put everybody in a single file line across. I hope that's okay. You can move forward wherever you want.
Would I be able to? I'm guessing not. I would not be able to reach over this car if I stood right here.
If you were to climb up on the wall, but then that's like an 8-inch wide, like Jersey barrier type concrete wall,
right,
with a drop into who knows what. If you were to peer, actually, how tall is Frankie? Because that's a Mini Cooper. So even though it's on its side, it's not exactly particularly large.
I think he's
5 feet wide.
5'11", maybe.
I'll say you can kind of reach over it, just barely.
Okay. Frankie's gonna move over to here. And
I mean, when I actually put your mini there, it definitely doesn't look like you should be able to reach, but
I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast on this guy, and
on the green one, absolutely.
Yes. And okay. So let's see here, Eldritch Blast. All right. Well,
yeah. With the car in between you and the trolls, you're barely able to get line of sight, and your finger bang goes wildly, firing a blast off into the air, whizzing about 10 feet over top of the troll's head.
All right, that's all I got.
Agent Nox, Kai, and then Rev on deck.
All right. I guess I'm gonna follow Frankie's tactic. I would like to move up to the it was this Land Rover Jeep looking thing, this black guy.
It's a G-Wagon actually, but
G-Wagon. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like to move up to the driver's side headlight to maintain a semblance of cover.
Yeah.
And then sort of peek out with I'm gonna pull out my pistol. And I'm going to try to shoot at the same guy that Frankie targeted.
Yeah, at the green one there? Firing off your shot. The silenced pistol shot fires off, flying across the bridge, poof, nailing the troll right in the shoulder as it recoils back, taking 9 piercing damage.
Okay, yeah. So when this hit him, did it look like it hurt at all?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
for sure. It looks like it hurt. You took 9
But
points
yeah,
of
you
damage.
yeah, it's just gonna like eat the bullet. I'm gonna like turn around and be like, I suggest we focus fire.
Like you can see it, like there's like a little bit of a wound there.
I'm gonna turn around to the group and just like look like as I'm like leaning against the car. I'm like, I suggest we focus on one at a time instead of trying to fight both.
Agreed.
That is a tactically sound suggestion.
All right, and then are you doing anything else there with your bonus action as a monk? I know you've got like some extra stuff now as a level 2 monk. Or you just stay and taking that kind of safe-ish position?
If I try to traverse over the cars,
Absolutely.
Is that difficult terrain?
The G-Wagon, no. The other cars, yes. Because it's upright and it's basically got a flat roof and stuff. You just have to be able to pass a very mild athletics check. Actually, as a monk, you wouldn't have to pass it to get like up onto the hood and then onto the roof. Like we're talking like an 8 would be the DC. Like,
and I've already
and you're a monk, so you don't really need to do it. You can just jump up.
Okay.
Because you literally have a hood and then a roof. If you're gonna jump onto the G-Wagon, it's very easy to like step and then step again.
I would like to. I'm so sorry. I would like to bonus action dash.
Yep.
To the. I want to run up the G-Wagon, and like jump off and try to like carry my momentum and like parkour over. I don't know how far 40 feet gets me. Well, that's my movement. So if I bonus action dash.
Yeah, and you used 20. So 20 got you to. So yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20 got you to here. 25, 30. 25, 30, 35, 40. 45 gets you to the back end of the G-Wagon total. So actually, yeah, right where you're at is the 40.
Okay, cool.
It looks like it's farther back, it looks weird because of the camera angle, but
all good. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Then I want to use my bonus action to dash as far as I can.
Yep. So that gets you another 40. The back of the G-Wagon, there is 10 feet between the back of the G-Wagon and that troll. So 5 feet gets you there, and then are you kind of jump and flip straight ahead? Where are you headed here? Hypothetically, it would be 15.
Tall.
It would be 15 feet to land on the troll's head. Hypothetically, if that's just from a distance perspective.
I kind of want to.
And you've got 35 left.
I want to land on the troll's head.
All right. So, do you have any extended jumping ability as a monk, or is it just normal at this level? I think it's just normal.
It's just normal right now.
So what's your strength score?
+2.
The score. The total is 14.
My +0.
What's the actual number? So it's a 10?
10, yeah.
So typical rules is that when you have a running head start, that is what your long jump is without having to make a roll, I believe.
Okay.
So then you would have to give me an athletics check to get the 15 feet out of it.
Possibly an acrobatics?
I'll let you do an acrobatics to get advantage on the athletics check. But jumping is 100%.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Like squarely, jump distance and climbing are squarely like, no, it's athletics. It's
okay. So where's that? So that's a 19 for my acrobatics.
19 for acrobatics, yeah. So you were able to maintain enough momentum to give yourself an advantage on the jump.
Okay.
I'll give that to you.
And then my athletics, 18.
Oh yeah, you
And-
make it.
Okay.
You don't even need the advantage.
Let's just see if I do better on. Nope. All right, cool. Taking that.
All right. So running and leaping to land, and that gets you 15 feet, landing literally directly on top of him.
Okay. Oh my god, that's awesome. Right there.
And you still have 20 feet of movement. As you leap through the air, feet pedaling, and your foot just catching purchase right on his forehead as he goes. "Ugh!"
And then so my intent is to create a distraction between these two dudes, so they're not all targeting the same like line of fire. So I want to try to jump off of him onto the top of that blue car.
All right, give me an acrobatics check to keep that going.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna heroic inspiration that for the day. 17.
Yeah. So yeah, you manage to continue that, and as you kind of like kick off of his head, just almost like a little bit of a sidekick to redirect your angle, right? You do a quick little like flip and a round off, landing perfectly on the hood of the car.
Cool. And I'm
with the gun pointed at the back of his head, ready to go.
Yeah, and I'm fairly certain that's all my movement, right? You've been very generous with me.
I mean, you have 80 when you dashed as a monk. You pretty... Let's see, it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Technically, you have 5 more feet.
Can I jump behind the car? Can I just jump behind the car?
Yeah, you just do one last little cartwheel. One last little cartwheel to take some cover behind the car. You're like, wait a second. Or actually, say you land, and then you actually, instead of a cartwheel, you just do like a backwards roll. You just kind of like backwards somersault rolling off of the hood.
Yeah, this is straight like equilibrium level.
Yeah.
Like gun kata.
Guys, I think Nox is leaving.
And then it's Kai's turn as Nox has done the monk thing.
Sure.
It succinctly ran up onto a car, shot a dude, leaped onto that dude's head, chasing his bullet down.
I'm going to move my silent image of a fence such that it surrounds the gray troll.
It's 15 minutes after you've cast that spell?
It is 15 minutes now?
It is, yes.
Oh.
It was 15 minutes to get the mile to where they are.
15-minute miles. How slow are we walking? Okay, fine. Fair enough.
Oh, you were jogging lightly with adolescent goats.
Fine. I'll
you guys were complaining that it was too much before. You're like, how could we run a mile in 20 minutes? And it's like, that's a walking speed.
I'll cast sleep on the blue-gray guy then. Actually, they're standing pretty close together. Can I hit both of them with the same 5-foot diameter sphere, or no?
5-foot diameter. There's a 5-foot space in between them.
There is. Okay, so
they're each large creatures taking up four spaces there. I separated them ever so slightly so you can see more clearly.
Perfect. I'll hit the blue-gray one with sleep.
All right, aiming for the
Wisdom
non-injured one
13.
with the sleep. Yep.
Wisdom 13. Sandaris!
Yeah.
And then to there, please.
As you are now casting old reliable sleep.
It's working wonders in this campaign. So
And the first one begins to teeter and plunk down.
It's been MVP for sure so far.
It is what's conditions first?
The first condition, I believe, is not incapacitated. It is the it's incapacitated to start with. It's unconscious if it fails again.
Yep, perfect. All right, and then it is Rev's turn, and then finally the trolls.
Can I point? He did. Isn't that how the troll in the Harry Potter movie was taken care of?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Classic.
that's inspiration, right? Like on the movie.
Straight
Yeah.
backstory, like
Feels like
Yeah.
inspiration to me, but you know.
Remember, inspiration. You
true.
do a thing. You say, "I have this feature
That's
listed
shit.
on my sheet. I get it for free." You don't have to try to claim. There's no trying to claiming or requesting. There's
Okay, all
you
right.
say, "I did a thing that's on my sheet. I have inspiration." That's
At the
that's all
very
there is
least,
to
you
it.
have to pronounce it Leviosa.
Yep. So yeah. If you tell me that you've got something on your sheet in your flaws, character descriptions, or something like that related to that, be my guest.
Sure.
But yeah, all you have to do is say you have blank listed under whatever
Ah.
category.
I currently have nothing listed, but I'll add notes. So.
Somebody didn't do their homework for the past 2 months. Got it.
Hey, this character is fairly well
He
defined.
didn't
It's just
even
not
He
written
is. He
down.
is.
He didn't remember who he
his
was.
vice was going. He did say his vice was going too deep into all, So
Go ahead and you can put that as a flaw for next time, or I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's a flaw here.
Personality trait.
Vice personality
I
trait.
think it might be a flaw
So-
and a
And a personality trait.
You both.
We'll figure out which category it goes in later. But it's
Tune in
Rev's
next
turn for
time.
now.
I would like to run up behind the goats here.
Yep.
And
You want to go the 15 feet to that farther space that you pointed at?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna go behind that goat. And to the one that's not falling over, I would like to call down fire from heaven as I cast Sacred Flame.
And it does a
It's a
dexterity,
dexterity save, DC 13.
and it fails, being sufficiently distracted by the leaping off of its face that happened due to Agent Knox's acrobatics. And it takes 3. Is that fire or radiant?
I think it's radiant, but there's only 3. I thought it was.
It rolled twice again.
Okay, so
Oh, we ran into that last time.
I figured out what it is. It's automatically rolling critical damage. So if it were to be a critical hit,
There's no crit on saving throw abilities.
yeah, I don't know then.
There's no
But
crit.
I'm pretty sure.
We'll figure it out next time. But that is what I meant when I said everybody roll your stuff to see how and make sure it works correctly. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think I'm good. I forgot it was radiant damage.
Okay, so we got 6 radiant damage.
Yeah, that's everything. I'm just gonna kind of like stand behind the goats and protect them.
Stand behind them and protect them.
I'm not standing in front of them.
You're gonna let
Try
the
and
goats.
protect the goats.
You're gonna let the
I
goats
can heal
tank
the
for
goats.
you.
I
Got
could
it.
heal the goats. I can't heal me if I go down.
That's a doctor's mindset, man. I appreciate it.
All right.
That's everything.
And the green troll, as it starts to bellow and charge towards, it's actually starting to turn around and go after Nox.
Yeah.
As it turns around and starts to charge towards you, Nox, you see the bullet hole in its upper shoulder. And as it starts to heave towards you, you just see around the bullet hole, the surface of the skin starts to ripple. And then a split second later, the bullet boop, and plops to the ground as you see the wound seal itself back up. As it charges towards you, leaping up onto the roof of the car. I'm gonna have to take it off its base for this. and swinging down at you with this massive hunk of metal bridge framing. You're able to quickly duck out of the way as the first hit just crunches right into the concrete barrier next to you, sending blocks of stone flying. And as they go flying, you hear a splash and a sizzle as they hit the blackened, murky water 10 feet below. And what's your, let's see, your AC is 15. Got it.
15.
And then as it continues to pound at you, swinging furiously, the next one on the backhand, it crunches, shattering the glass of the door right next to you, leaving a spray of shards of broken glass flying down to you. And as you put your hand up to keep the glass from getting in your face, you're unable to catch it as the last hit clocks you right in the face for a whopping 8 slashing damage. As it rolled hot garbage on its damage.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's it for that one. And then the blue one, teetering on the brink of unconsciousness, rolls its wisdom saving throw again as it continues to fall susceptible to the sleep spell. And it got a nat 1 for a total of 0 on its wisdom saving throw. As you all just see a puddle of drool start pouring out of its mouth onto the road in front of you.
Yuck.
Rockabye baby.
But its brother seems to have regained some of its strength and shrugged off some of the wounds dealt to it, and has Nox cornered. We got Dr. Sanguine and then Ro to finish out round 1.
So I'm assuming I was unable to observe the bullet spitting itself back out of this troll.
No, you did. As it turned around, yeah, you saw it.
Okay.
Actually, give me a perception. Give me a perception check. Actually, you're kind of far away.
Oh shit.
You're about 80 feet away, and there's stuff going on. Yeah.
Yikes.
You saw the bullet drop to the ground, but you didn't see the wound close up. Like you
So
saw
I
the
at least
bullet
know it
pop
can
out.
spit the bullets back out of its body. I just okay. So it's fair to say that I might know that it seems like bullets aren't working very well, or no? Just to clarify.
Give me an intelligence check. It's not that they're not working very well.
Okay. Intelligence.
It just seems to have recovered from its injury to a degree.
Very quickly.
I got a 20.
Yeah. It seems to be healing somewhat naturally, very quickly and regeneratively.
Okay. I'm worried about Agent Nox. I don't think any of the normal gunfire will work. I don't know if anybody else has anything in plan, but how far is it between me and the green troll?
You and the green one?
Yeah.
80.
Probably like 80 now.
85 feet, I think, is what I counted.
So 30 feet forward would put me right next to the blue one, who hopefully, or no, it wouldn't even,
Yeah,
right?
it's actually it's 15 spaces, so 75, I think.
Where would my movement
Because they were 60 and it only moved about 15 back. It's kind of big, so it takes up a couple spaces. It's not.
Yeah.
So it's still. Yeah.
So how far would I be able to get forward with my movement?
You can move 30 feet with your movement. So
Yeah.
you'd be 35 feet away from it.
Okay, that would work. That would put me within range. So move. Where's 30 feet on here?
Right there, directly between the two cars, in the front.
All right, and I wouldn't be able to hit him from the cover from behind the car. I'll just shoot at him from there, I guess, just to get his attention and get him off.
You could take like if you wanted to be like here, you could also have partial cover and like shoot from around the corner of the car.
And that won't affect the shot. All right, I'm gonna do that just to get his attention. But I am gonna say, guys, it doesn't look like the bullets are working. We got to get him close range, and I can't reach him from here for healing. So semi-automatic. It's not just doing it. I don't know why it's not.
What?
Oh, there we go. All right.
There you go.
An 8 to hit. That absolutely whiffs as the.
I'm gonna use my hero inspiration.
All right, so re-roll it. Just click it again.
Oh well, wait. Didn't I? Oh yeah.
No, you don't get to use the advantage roll. It's a separate feature.
Another 8.
Are you shitting me?
Double ones.
Another 8. 2 nat ones in a row.
It's only like a 1 in 1,000 chance.
Never tell me the odds. Not Han
Okay.
Solo, but never tell me the odds.
As you just hear the thing like
Droid
ripping
told Han
into.
Solo.
I know that just kind of that reference.
As it kind of knows that.
Mhm.
All right, Ro, what do you got?
Okay. I am going to move 30 feet up next to Frankie, right next to Frankie. And Ro is actually 6'5", so she is probably
She can see right over top.
right over the right over top.
I know the mini it doesn't look like it, but
And she is going to cast her violet eyes at the green troll. That's the guiding bolt.
Yep.
And
as she fires off, as her eyes glow this deep violet, and the bolt erupts out of them.
it's this violet colored.
Any chance we using our heroic inspiration there?
Wait, is it? Hold on. Is it to hit? Oh, hold on.
I got an 11 to hit.
I am
And
going to. Yes. We'll re-roll that.
Yay, humans!
Okay.
24 hits for sure.
Oh shit!
As you are about to fire off the violet eyes, and then you pause for just a second, waiting, and you're like, "Hold on, deep breath," and then aim and fire the shot off, slamming right into the thing's back, dealing a whopping 14 radiant damage. As Nox, you just see the thing suddenly get blasted in the back with this purple energy and like howl in your face.
And it's kind
just
of
kinda
like
spray of saliva all over you.
outline of like purple around it now.
Oh yeah, and it's now like it's glowing. All like there's literally like a purplish, like in the video game where your team is outlined and the enemy's team is outlined. It's like they're outlined in purple. It's like this is where the hitbox is.
Did you do that with the bugs too?
No.
No.
I think Kurt did it, right? Because Kurt also has guiding
Kurt
bolt.
also has guiding bolt. Or sorry,
His looks very different though.
And
It's still
Yeah.
and with my bonus action, I would like to turn to Frankie and kind of put my fingers up in the air and be like, "You got it this time. You're awesome." And
Watch where you're pointing those things.
like that, they don't work like that for me. But you can do it. And I'm gonna give Frankie bardic inspiration.
Absolutely.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
Bardic inspiration plus advantage on your next attack. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why does he have the advantage on his next attack?
Because guiding bolt. He's next.
Oh yeah, because you assuming he. Oh yeah, because he is next. Yep, you're right.
Guiding bolt.
I forgot that Frankie was at the top of the initiative.
I do have supportive. Understands via prior programming that making people feel heard and supported can lift their spirits and lead to good outcomes on my background in my character sheet. So I would like.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I have a question for you, Bill. Can I get from this square to this square using only 5 feet of movement?
Yes.
Or do I have to step into this one?
I guess that depends on the car.
I can't really see where you're clicking. Sorry, it's
Oh, if I go here to here to here with this, can I cut this corner right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
All
Mini
right.
Cooper.
Yeah. So I'm
So yeah,
going
you
to do
can
that.
use 3 spaces to get you to here.
2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to hop into
You're gonna start there.
front seat
Then
here.
boom, boom.
No.
50. Yeah. Give me a quick little acrobatics or athletics check as you vault over the car door into the passenger seat.
Seems good.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Maybe this is a little crazy, but I'm going to use minor illusion to make the sound of a bleating, that's with a T, goat in the back seat of the Range Rover.
Okay.
A shrieking goat, even. Loud. In the back seat of this Range Rover.
Oh, like a in pain shrieking, or like a scared shrieking, or like an angry shrieking.
Scared, we'll say.
Scared? Okay. And as everybody hears that, is there a sort of saving throw again with that? I think this is the first time we're casting this spell. Do you want to just remind me of exactly what it does?
No,
as
it's just
I've done a lot with illusions now, so
Sure. So
no,
the
it's
creature has
just
to take a study action with an investigation check against the spell save DC to determine it's an illusion.
gotcha. So
Yeah.
they would have to do an
yeah,
action to
yeah.
determine that it's fake.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, and that's my action, so that is my turn.
Yeah. Worth noting, the front left wheel of that car is indeed over the barrier.
Yes.
In case you feel so inclined as to attempt to turn the damn thing on because it's a fancy looking car.
No, I don't have a license.
You could always check the glove box.
People are
Cigarettes.
definitely checking for licenses.
That's true.
That's
Man.
heroically
All right, I
funny.
know what my
Frankie
next
always
action
follows
is.
all the
Yeah,
rules.
next action. Oh, investigation check on the glove box.
Somebody use guiding bolt on this glove box, so I have advantage on finding cigarettes.
Okay, and with that, Agent Knox, seeing this thing standing over top of you.
Yeah, as it unleashes its flurry of attacks, I know I'm not just going to be able to run away from this thing. So I'm going to, going to my stance. I'm going to clap my hands together, and I'm going to all of a sudden feel my implants come online, and I'm going to expend a key point to do focused step of the wind. Where I can take the dodge and disengage, dash and disengage action.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that. Mark up focus point.
All right.
And so
80 feet. You could get all the way back to the starting space. Anywhere on the bridge.
I could.
Actually, almost anywhere on the table is an option.
Yes, yeah. So I could do that, but Nox isn't going to do that because he saw this thing spit a bullet out of its skin and heal up. So he's going to. I want to run around to the back side of the car and then run up the hood. Run up the trunk to get into this guy's face.
Absolutely.
And then I am going to
getting up to see eye to eye with him.
Yeah, and so yeah. As I stand, I get up right up into his face, and then I'm going to just take a deep breath, and I'm going to go into my stance, and I'm going to make an unarmed strike against him with my praying strikes. Okay, that didn't work.
You're supposed to have advantage because nobody else rolled an attack roll against it yet.
Oh,
Yep, guiding bolt.
Oh,
Oof.
man.
I am going to spend another key point to flurry of blows to make 2 more unarmed strikes.
No.
Is that the bonus action?
No, you used your bonus action on the other.
Oh, I did.
Step of the
I
living
did.
thing.
I did. Okay. Yeah. So,
Yep. So the advantage attack. So you get up into its face and you go to punch it, and it just like it just turns its head right as you swing at it, and you just feel like this rock hard jaw that you just clocked harder than any of the trees you've ever had to punch as part of your trainings over the years.
Okay. That didn't work. All right.
Or maybe you just weren't focused enough and you had your fist held a little bit wrong. That's up to you. All right. Are you moving anywhere else? Here, I'll get you back to the...
Yeah, since I did take the disengage action with that, I am going to run away.
Okay.
I'm gonna run back.
So you've used approximately 20 feet of movement to do your little loop up here. And it'll be another 5, 10. So 60 gets you back to basically directly behind Dr. Sanguine, anywhere in the same row that Kai is in.
Yeah, just throw me.
So you can be anywhere in that row that you would like.
The baby goats seem pleasant. I'm not feeling too. So I dash. I just, you guys see me just move very, very fast. And beeline and just kind of like almost like that like ice skating stop. Just like slide. And I'm just jacked up already again.
Is your bonus action dash like bionic Heelys or some bullshit?
Go gadget. Yeah.
You're talking about like having the implants with your key and stuff. I was like, do you have like,
no,
do you have like some sort of jetpack or something?
It actually reinforces like it's like implants that reinforce like my ankle joint and allow me to like pretty much run on the balls of my toes, like digitigrade feet.
Yeah, gives you like an extra little like springy.
So like I run, like a super fast animal, like and I lean very forward and it looks like a Naruto like anime run, like.
You would do anime runs.
Yeah.
All right, Kai, what do you got?
I'll peek around the corner of the G-Wagon here, and for whom the bell tolls. I hit it with a Toll the Dead. Wisdom 13 save.
Yeah. Quickly stepping around to peek, doing as you holler out for whom the bell tolls. Yet again, making trolls do wisdom saving throws. They're super good at those, right?
I know.
It got a 9. So that's going to be a fail for some damage.
Yep. 1, because that's what happens when you roll dice sometimes.
And it's a cantrip.
I'm with
At least you did the 1.
It's 1 necrotic. I don't know that matters against a troll, but there you go.
Anything else? I assume you're going back to behind cover.
Yeah, yeah. I'll move right back to
with the remain.
Yep.
All right, Rev.
All right. So we're gonna do something. We're gonna try something. I'm going to run and real quick from the very edge of the bank of the river to the troll on the other side is 60 feet, right? If I were on the bank, I would be able to reach it with something 60 feet, right? I counted, it looks like it's 60.
Yeah. So the gap itself is a total of 60. The troll is 5 feet into the gap. So yes, it would be exactly 50 feet if you were standing on the bank to shoot it.
All right. So, and diagonals work just like.
We don't worry about it.
Okay. So
the longer of the cardinal directions is the distance.
Okay. So I'm gonna use a special ability. I don't know. Racial ability. Species now.
A species feature. Species. Yeah.
I'm gonna cloud jump to the edge of the bank. It's 30 feet, and I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to basically get to that far corner of the bank that you have on the map.
Yep, the last space. It does continue. That's just as much as I built.
It shouldn't matter for this. I'm going to attempt to use command and tell it to approach, and the target would move forward to you the shortest and most direct route, causing it to jump into the water. Would be the most direct route possible, right? So I'm going to use command and tell it to approach.
That's a wisdom saving throw?
13, yeah.
Oh, look, Troll's doing saving throws again.
I know, right? We'll see how it goes.
Got a 10.
All right.
And so it'll do that on its turn, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So it needs to spend
that's what the spell says, right?
Yeah.
It'll spend...
Yeah. It has to move directly, most direct route possible.
Okay.
And that is all that I would like to do.
Seems good.
Seems good.
Yeah. seems like it might do something. We'll see. I know I don't want to go in the waters.
Oh, I can't separate him at the
I'll
hip.
drink some first to see if it's okay.
Oh, Frankie.
Actually, hold on.
Please don't do that, Frankie. Oh, and flavor-wise, I'm gonna yell out to it and be like, "Hey, you giant yellow-bellied sapsucker!" I'm just gonna insult it.
Language.
Yeah.
Such vulgarity from a man of God.
It's a type of bird.
What makes him think
Yellow-bellied
it sucks
sapsucker.
sap? I don't understand.
It's a small woodpecker.
Ooh, sorry, Brennan. You're looking for
it actually is.
fireback Siamese pheasant.
But I'm just gonna insult it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the humans call that trash talking.
Hey, okay. All right.
As
Picking it up.
the thing turns and starts stepping towards you, charging, and as it jumps and takes a step off, plunges into the water, holding its weapon overhead, and proceeds to start charging through the water towards you.
Oh no.
You see it almost giving you flashbacks to visiting and seeing alligators in their natural habitat.
So it doesn't sizzle at all. Like the
Nope.
oh,
Oh no.
whatever.
It is difficult terrain, technically.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, that's a super creative way to do that, Bill.
Yeah, I like that.
That looks really cool.
Oh my god, I just realized what you're doing.
Yeah.
It took me a minute too.
I literally was like,
no.
yeah, it's in the water. And then I was like, wait.
Well, that makes me sad.
Get in the water.
Take note, trolls don't mind the like acid bubbly water.
You've now given the
Well,
troll a
it's
sense
definitely drinkable. What are you guys worried about?
Frankie. There's no thistle saving you from this.
That's for sure. And yeah, that was the entirety of the troll's turn. It did dash to get that distance as it's trudging through sludgy water. It does appear, though, as the water is almost, even though it's bubbling, it appears thicker than it ought. And then we have the last two, because the blue troll is still fast asleep. Dr. Sanguine and then Ro. What do we got?
So wait a minute. How much longer is that thing going to be asleep? Just as long as it keeps failing?
1 minute,
rounds.
so 10 turns.
Another 8 rounds.
Another 8 rounds? Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm not worried
yeah.
about him right now. What I'm concerned about is I want to heal Agent Knox. So rather than just getting him stabilized, I'm going to just had this up. Healer's Kit.
Yep, so you're going to use your the healer's kit feature where you can give him a use of his hit die, right?
True. Or yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right. Healer's Kit. Let's see. Change that to 2 used.
All right, so he will, yeah, so you're running over to, or turning around to Nox, who's just run back to you with a big old gash across his face.
It's
Yet
starting to become a
again,
common occurrence, brother.
that same wound that you had from pre-apocalypse ripped right back open.
Why does everything keep targeting my face?
Because it's pretty.
I was about to say, man, you got a pretty face, you know.
Pretty punchable.
Oh, okay, guy. Okay.
Quickly
Shit,
saying
you're gonna
this
make me mess up this
as
stitch. You know? Like,
and so yeah, so you get to roll one of your hit dice, Nox, and does he get anything else added to that, or is it so it's like I think like
so
plus 2 or
it
something?
looks like
That'll be under features and
traits.
traits.
0 points
on
without
your-
needing to make a wisdom check.
So don't look at the item. Look at the
Healer trade. Okay.
the healer feature. That's where that ability.
The
is.
battle medic.
Yes.
As a utilize action, you can expend one of these. Can expend one of them, and then you then roll that die. Creature gains a number of HP equal to the roll plus 2. So I
The
have
roll plus 2. So, yeah. So technically, you roll it. It's a D8, right?
D8.
And I think, you rolling it matters because you also have the thing where like you can re-roll low healing numbers or something like that, right? I think it might be in the same section.
Rather than going back and forth, I'm
Yeah.
just going to believe you and roll a D8 and add 2 to it, unless there's an easier way to do that.
Nope, that's what you do. Just roll the D8
Okay,
and then
so
leave
D8. Oof.
As you're
So-
like patching me up,
2 plus 2. Yeah.
so what was that for?
Yeah, 4.
As you're patching me up, I'm gonna kind of like put my hand on it, just like we should complete the objective first. I'm all right, and like, thank you, like, but
I got you, brother, but you're an important part of this team. You distracted him. You separated him. All right.
I feel better. Thank you. I'm gonna
But
clap
it
you
looks
on the
like
shoulder.
bullets aren't working with these guys. What do you think?
I'm gonna point to the one that's not trying to kill us. You know, whatever they did seems to work better than anything I've tried. So
Okay. Then I don't really know what else to do in this situation, because I mean I could use knives, but I'd have to get close to the guy. in
You've
the
also
water.
used your action to do the
don't
healing.
get close. Don't get.
Okay,
get
I'm
close
not.
to it.
I'm not. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna stay where I am then.
Yeah, healing is instead of attacking. And then it is Rose's turn.
Okay. I am going
Control,
to.
suffocate.
Oh boy.
You
I'm
can
gonna
roll
do-
some sort of check in character, Kurt, if you want to know that. But you say where are you moving?
Sorry, I
You're
was
moving over
thinking
there. Yep. Yeah. Thinking out loud. Also, everything is subject to homebrew. It's a homebrew setting. Where are we going?
I think I'm gonna move. Boy. I think I'm gonna move closer. I'm gonna move right next to, like, right behind Kai.
Yep.
and I am going to look at this thing in the water, the troll in the water,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to say, stop right there. And I'm going to cast command, and I'm going to try to command halt in the water.
So just double checking, the previous command was overridden, right? Or is over, right? And they only last one turn.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Yep. We're not having conflicting commands at the same time.
I don't think that should affect.
Can you make him go prone? 'Cause if
Grovel.
you can make him go prone, he'd be drowning himself.
I thought of.
For 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a valid
I
point.
thought halt
Okay.
was better than prone. I
Either
did
way.
think about the drowning thing. I am gonna command him to stay where he is. Let me cast.
All right, so you're casting command to tell him to stay still, and he's gonna roll a wisdom saving throw. And finally, one of my trolls got a decent wisdom save. It got a 16.
Yeah.
Hey, my trolls have failed like 7 or 8 wisdom saving throws in a row. You guys are like, oh, we have all wisdom save spells. What was I
Could've made
thinking?
better
Sending trolls at you. Fuck off.
Wisdom saves are great, little level.
I know.
Well,
Attack
wisdom
race,
saves are
you-
great as long as you keep throwing beasts and trolls at us.
Yeah.
That's fair. So, so it did succeed on its save. Do you have anything else, Ro? Before we go back to the top for round 3.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm gonna lean forward and be like, hi, you're better at this than the rest of us. Can you do something really cool? I want to see you do something really cool, and I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on.
Yeah.
Hey,
Giving
well,
Kai the Bardic Inspiration.
I can certainly see what I can do.
Put another fence around him.
Don't forget, cool like the way humans use it. Cool like the way humans use it, like as in like I don't know, how do you just like, awesome or like just really amazing. Not like cold. Just want to clarify that.
Humor can be cold. Related.
Throwback
You wanna
to
see
last
some
episode.
panache.
What if it's both?
Did you watch last week's
Oh.
episode recently? Because that was a point that was made. And it took everybody a minute to get it.
Yep.
Watch it.
So. Oh, I see what you did there. Telling the crowd to watch last week's episode.
Link in the description.
Or you just click previous episode.
It's
Okay.
okay. Do.
And I accidentally passed Frankie's turn because I'm getting excited and clicking next turn and forgot I already clicked it. And did it to Nox too? Yeah. So Frankie's turn. Apparently, I hit the space bar. That's what did it. I bumped the space bar. Okay. Don't do that. though.
Following this purple dotted line to here, I am going to finger bang this troll.
All right. So leaping back out of the car, or opening the door, I guess.
Either way.
This one, the door does
Use
not
one or
open.
2 fingers when you finger bang, Frankie.
One.
One? Okay.
I'm a gentleman.
That's very nice.
Well, 1 to start, maybe 2 later.
Those get real
Yeah,
intense.
that's once I get to level 5, it'll be 2 fingers.
It'll be
I
the
mean,
2.
it's a troll. I think you could use. Oh well.
All right. So just double checking. You're jumping over there,
Yes.
and then firing a finger bang right
Yes.
off of the bridge down towards the troll that's partially submerged in the water. It does have partial cover, so effectively it does have a slightly higher AC right now.
Oh, interesting. Quick mechanical question. How long does Bardic Inspiration last? 1 minute?
10
Yeah, you-
minutes or until you use it.
You still have it.
Well, I mean, I know I still have it. I just want to make sure that this isn't like the last turn that I'll have it or something like that.
I actually, it's not on here. Does anybody know?
I'm looking it up right now for you.
Encyclopedia.
If you click it, might give you something extra in the side panel. If you click where it says Bardic
I will
Inspiration.
click it. It's a bonus action.
Once
within
during
the
the next
next
hour. So
hour.
it lasts an
Hour.
hour.
Oh wow, okay. All right,
Oh,
so if
yeah.
I shoot at this guy and miss, I can't add my bardic inspiration. I have to add that before.
No, you
Shoot
can
at
add
him?
it as soon as you roll, but
Add it,
before you
yeah.
know the outcome of the roll.
Before, yeah.
You
So
see the
Gotcha.
number.
All right. Well,
then
I
you
am
can
going to add
choose whether
bardic
to add it.
inspiration to my roll against him since he has cover.
That's a D6.
Okay.
Yep. And you can wait to see what you get on your roll first. But before I tell you.
Right. Okay. Well, then I'll do that. Let's see here.
And essentially, it's on me as the DM to hold off for
All
a
right.
second
Well, I'm
before
going
I
to hold
start
on to
narrating.
my. I'm going to hold
Bardic
on to
Inspiration.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A 23, a
Save that for
23,
later.
a 23 hits, even past its +2 AC from the thick, slimy sludge that it's wading through.
All right. So I'm also, since that hit, I'm going to use just to see the physics of the situation. I'm going to use repelling blast on it. You just push it further down into the muck.
You push it down and away. Does that work?
It goes
Yep, that's
away
exactly
from
down
me.
and away from him 10 feet. So it does kind of briefly blurb down under the surface of the water and resurfaces right about there.
Nice. All right. So
It's probably
let's
a
see the
little
damage
cool.
here.
Probably more like there.
All right. Cool. 10 damage.
And
10 damage. There we go.
And that's turn.
All right. Now it is Nox's turn.
All right. I have a weird question, and this will probably require a roll. Living in inner cities, or like living in cities, most of my like upbringing in like metropolises and like working in like, you know, very polluted areas. Would I know if this water is possibly flammable? Like if it's so polluted that like
You can roll a we'll count that as that'll count as I'll give you survival with advantage.
all right. Gives us 9 and a nope, 9. I have it's a 9.
It's a sludgy liquid. You don't think it's oil, but
Okay, so Nox is going to not really like after like he's gonna like look over at the this sludgy water and just kind of like I don't know, gonna kind of like walk past Hi, and who's the green right there? Is that Dr. Sanguine?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of like shoulder past him, and knowing that like I shot the thing, and the bullet just got spit out. Like I'm not wasting resources. I'm gonna pull out my joint pack, and light a joint and take a really deep drag of it, and go like up to the edge, and then flick the lit joint into the water just to see if it ignites.
sure. And it
And then like I'm spending my whole turn on flavor, so just
and as you see the joint flick and spin midair, it tumbles down towards the surface, and
Waste of a good joint, man.
I'm gonna breathe out the hit.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna keep going for the rest of my turn.
the other like
Just like
3
ever
seconds of it.
smoking model.
All right, and then that comes to Kai.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. With the encouragement from Ro, I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb at it.
All right.
We'll choose fire as the damage type, and we'll take the attack.
You've been around in this world, so you could actually give me an Arcana check in character.
Awesome.
You didn't ask for it earlier, but
23.
oh yeah, you have not encountered these before, but you had heard rumors of trolls, and that fire might be a good thing to use against them.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'll cast Chromatic Orb at it. Let's see. I've got Bardic Inspiration up my sleeve, so let's see how we do. Cancel. Why is it doing it that way? Let's do. This is what I want. Oh, it still does that. Okay, fine. 13. Let me add the Bardic Inspiration to that. Bardic Inspiration's a D6.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
15.
Yes.
I don't feel comfortable with it. I'm going to use my Built for Success.
Okay, what's that get you?
That gets me an extra D4.
Come on.
That's 6. 2.
17. Right? If I'm doing that math right in my head? No.
Wait.
16. 16 to hit. 16 to hit misses. Yep, I can tell. I know you're
The 17 would have hit.
Yeah, what are you gonna do when you keep rolling ones?
AC 15 with the +2 AC for the partial cover. That's why I was like, when you said 17, I'm like, wait, what is it? Did I do my math wrong? I got all excited, and then I'm like, nope. Nope, I did not do my math wrong.
Nope, I can't roll a die above a 3 to save my life tonight.
You're in good company.
And yeah, so as the flaming chromatic orb just splashes into the sludgy, seemingly acidic pool, or poisonous pool, or whatever it is, this sludgy stream. And then it is Rev's turn before the troll goes.
What kind of action would it cost me to like just do a little touch on the water to see if I can tell like what it is?
Touch it wouldn't be anything. Just to touch it for a free action. If you want to like do a more thorough investigation, it would take an action.
I'm not like I just want to like touch it and then like if I don't know. I guess that would be like a whole.
You can touch it and see and see what jumps out at you on the initial contact. For sure, for free.
Okay.
You will get limited information. You will get limited information from it unless you happen to like immediately be able to identify it somehow because it's like a substance you specifically know.
Okay, sure. If it's just a free action, I'm just gonna touch it. And...
If you like worked at a paint store and you're like, this is black paint or some random bullshit like that or something, you know.
Yeah. A lot of weird information that picked up along the way.
Totally like.
But I'm gonna.
I just had to think of what a black liquid would be. That might be an identifiable substance from your past. That's the best I could come up with off the top of my head.
It's not oil.
No, it's not oil. We already learned that because it definitely did not light on fire.
Yeah. So it's not. It's just I touch it and I'm just like definitely not oil.
It's thick and sludgy. Yeah, as far as you can tell, it could be oil, but it didn't light on fire or anything. But probably not. Okay. It's like some sort of somewhat sticky, viscous, slimy liquid.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it too much.
Pretty opaque as well.
Yeah, don't worry about it. If I don't know what it is, I don't know what it is. But since this guy's not going anywhere, I don't have to run away. But I am gonna like move back to like almost the road. And
like to there?
One more. I'm like
all the way right next to the wall.
Basically back onto the road, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a 3-foot hop up and over the wall. So that was it's 25. The rest of your movement would get you up and over the wall.
Well, I'm gonna mind sliver real quick before I do anything else. DC 13 intelligence.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you
5
blast its
damage.
brain for 5 damage. Yeah, the first one.
And for everybody else, it has to subtract 1d4 from its next saving throw before the end of my next turn. So if anybody
Yep.
does
Don't know what
anything,
it means.
Saving throws are good.
Toll in the dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else, Kurt?
I think I want to stay on the bank for now.
Sure. Staying on the bank. Got it.
That's it.
And then
I think. Yeah.
And then the troll continues to slowly heal and regenerate as it continues to trudge through the slime towards you.
Well, it's halted this turn.
No.
I don't know if you've been keeping track. Yeah, the halt
Oh,
failed.
didn't halt?
I
Okay,
failed.
okay.
It passed its saving
It
throw.
passed the saving throw on the halt.
Okay. I missed that. I want to be further away.
It- it's-
I want to be further away. I thought it was staying where it was.
I would like to run.
Oh wait, you mean it didn't? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Nah.
I would
I
like
thought
to-
it was staying still.
You told it to
not
hold.
pass.
for some reason I missed that it failed. I was like,
You saw Ro tell it to stop, and it listened last time. So
Feels like
yeah,
Nox's
okay.
last
I would like to
turn.
be over the railing and like basically at the beginning of the map
Not the last turn.
instead of where I am.
Lord.
I'm moving further back.
yeah,
taking
the
a
bottom
wide
left
breath.
corner here.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
It is still in difficult terrain, so it is still.
I know, but I'm not interested in it closing the distance right now. So,
Yeah, and it is basically going to dash to use all of its movement to get itself the rest of the way up and out of the slime. And onto the bank right there up in front of everybody's face. But it had to dash to get there.
Roll Raggy.
And it seems almost as strong as it was at the start of this encounter.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Guys, let's stop being clever and just hit it.
Yeah.
And then it's Dr. Sanguine's turn.
Well, we've established that bullets don't seem to work, so I'm
That's
gonna.
not true. We have not.
To be fair, it was
We
going to go
don't-
for the goat, but it got commanded to do something
all
else.
we've established is that the thing
It
regenerates,
heals.
but
Yeah.
keep hitting it over and over and over.
Okay, so
Yeah.
don't switch to daggers. Okay,
No,
so
shoot
all
it.
right,
Shoot it hard.
all right. You got it. Don't have to tell me twice.
Bam.
All right. I'm going to which healing Agent Knox, never leaving a teammate behind, looking after those with me. That I believe that would be on my class sheet. So I gave myself Hero Inspiration again. So I may need to use
Sure.
that.
Fire off the shot and see
I'm
what you
gonna
get.
fire off the shot. Oh, 24.
24 to hit as you nail the thing right in its open mouth for 8 piercing damage.
And then I'm also going to do I'm also going to do a what is it? Where is it? Action surge, which would allow me to shoot it again.
Yep, action surge, firing off another shot.
All right, so I
You got a
forget, does the
16 to
16 hit? Or
I think it does now that it's out of the water.
It does now that it's out of the water, yes.
Its
Okay.
AC is at 15, guys. We're
so I don't
hitting
need
at
to use the
15.
Heroic Inspiration
Correct.
yet. Okay, so
that's a
piercing
hit
damage
for
10.
another 10 damage as you
Okay.
fire off 2 shots. Boom, boom. As it's starting to take some damage. Not bloodied, but almost more wounded than you've seen it this whole fight.
Shoot her!
And then are you moving?
I
I need to find you a gun. I don't have a gun.
Yeah.
I've got one somewhere. I mean, for your minifigure.
figured. I don't know. I feel. Are we pulling back, guys?
This is the clarification,
what are we
DM.
doing? Real quick before I decide, I guess I don't have to make choices like those. I'll stay where I am for now. Maybe get cover behind the car. Actually, I lied. Maybe give myself cover just behind the edge of that car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving around behind the G-Wagon just a little bit. And then, Ro, what do you got?
Yeah, so you're gonna see Ro look straight at this thing that's like 10 feet from her. And you're just gonna see the violet laser eyes just out of her head. And I'm gonna cast another guiding bolt.
Blam, as the purple beams erupt from your face straight towards it.
I shall use inspiration.
The heroic inspiration, yep, to reroll that.
Yeah, heroic, sorry.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. I was like, I don't think the bardic would get you quite there.
Oh, son of a...
Sometimes
you
can do.
Yep. And as you fire the beam off, it seems to have climbed up out of the water and rushed into your face just slightly too fast and taking you just a little bit off guard as the beam goes just past the side of its head.
As the violet, you see kind of it die down and like go away. Ro's gonna be like, "Oh, I don't think I'm very good at this yet," and then she's gonna run away. And I'm gonna go to like the north side of Dr. Sanguine.
Yep. Yeah, running around, squeezing past Dr. Sanguine, taking a little bit more cover. Let's just put some other people between me and the monster, please.
Yes. I end my turn.
Okay. And then on to round 4. Frankie.
Frankie is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna head over to here. And
yeah. Frankie's gonna run around next to Dr. Sanguine.
My boy.
And finger bang.
I forgot to hit the button. There's only one guy. You don't need to circle the back guy.
Well,
said he was standing next to me.
For all I know, for all I know, you're planning to finger bang Dr. Sanguine instead. So
I'm happy with the distinction. It made me feel a lot more comfortable.
We don't know each other that well yet.
Right? At least buy me dinner. Dandelions don't count.
I was looking for something, and I'm like, but he never gave you anything.
I feel like if I use Bardic Inspiration, it's still not going to hit anyway, so like it would just be a waste.
Yeah.
If you have Heroic Inspiration, that's a reroll.
Yeah, I will do that. Heroic Inspiration. So let's try again.
If you use it, you can earn it again faster.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a deliberate design feature.
Oh my god, for real?
Dude, that's like 3 of us in a row.
Dr. Sanguine did a good job.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, well, he's a
right.
cat, so...
Alrighty, as Frankie fires off a shot with his finger bang, and it doesn't do anything. Just completely whizzes overhead. Nox, what are you doing?
I did have a question. All right. So about for personality traits, I have like methodical and calculating. Even if my plan doesn't work, like would I still be able to award myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
for each of those things. So like for each each specific like sentence description or feature or whatever you could have under your categories, you can do each thing once per session.
Okay.
So like the more things you list, the more ways you can gain inspiration each session. But like the intent is to help encourage you to roleplay the different aspects of your character rather than just being like, I'm going to use the one thing 18 times this session.
Heard that. All right. So then I'm going to use my sort of like battle like perception of like everything that has happened. And I'm going to turn to the party and be like, we need to keep our distance, but keep doing damage. Stay away from this thing. And that's sort of calculating.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so demonstrating your
call that out to the party, sort of modifying the battle plan, or like adding to the battle plan of like focusing fire, and now like just don't get near this thing because
and
it
I
sucks.
assume while you're doing this, you're making some distance between you and it and firing some shots off or whatever.
Yes, yeah. I'm going to oh boy, I'm going to run down towards Rev.
Yep. Once you get past Kai to here, you'll be able to be in melee range if you wanted to do some like bonus action unarmed strikes in route.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that actually sounds fun.
You're in melee range as well. Just wanted to remind you, you're at this point, and getting all the way to here to where Rev is also will still be in melee range, like any of those couple spaces that are available.
Okay,
along the wall, basically.
I'm not into using my gun right now. My gun's put away. So as I call that out, I'm going to run like down to Rev. And I mean, like, let's put some distance between us and him, and I'm going to clap my hands together and shift into like a strike stance, and I'm going to go ahead and make one of my praying strikes against him. Oh, I'm going to use that heroic inspiration I just got. 4.
This is crazy.
4 ass attacks in a row. All right.
This is one.
Oh man!
I haven't bonused action.
Great, you still have your bonus action on armed strike. That's free, right?
You know what? Just throw it all at the wall. And see what happens.
Distance.
And so what? You can bonus action for a single, or you can flurry of blows for 2. Right.
17.
17 hits, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then
so you charge up, making several strikes, just whiffing as the thing seems to be like ducking and dodging past you, and you finally land a blow.
Okay, so I have this really cool ability. This isn't shove. This is called push, and it's because I'm a monk. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike as a part of an attack on your turn, you can deal damage to the target and also push it 5 feet away from you. I can only use this benefit once per turn. It doesn't describe any saves or anything.
It is automatic.
Yep. Yeah, so I want to shove this thing 5 feet away from me and Rev.
Thank you.
Because it's kind of diagonal, I guess, because we were talking about like how this shove and push, like straight line.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you're pushing it also 5 feet toward like that? You're doing the diagonal push?
Yeah.
Try to like get it to start to stumble into the. Yeah. So as you finally land that blow, you just able to send a quick little key blast through, or you can describe how the bionics do it and stuff. But like,
I'm trying to keep this thing away from us, like, and I'm sort of feeling the fury of battle. And I'm not thinking I just throw like my, two straight, like a jab and a hook into it, and it doesn't do anything. And then I clap and focus and hit it with my third attack. And it's just like this really swift, like palm that does not look like it does any damage. And then you just see like the palm of my hand almost like glow, like under my skin, and just this force blast just shoot him back 5 feet.
He knows.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And...
I'm gonna look at my hand too after it happens. Like,
whoa.
Did I get some distance?
I love that you're like, let's get some distance, and then you charge into melee range with it.
And made some distance.
I mean the push, yeah.
I appreciate it. I was stuck in melee range and I did not want to be there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Thank you.
That's exactly what that feature is for.
Yeah.
For whom
My plan actually worked out this round.
Gotta be another Toll the Dead from me. Wisdom 13. He gets that minus 1d4 for this being the first saving throw he's had to make since. It was a d4, right? That it took off?
Yes.
Who had that skill?
Yes, D4.
So I'll take off the D4. So after subtracting the 1 from the D4, it got an 18. It actually got a nat 20 on the roll. So.
Lame.
Okay, I'm going to run my full speed back the other way.
And it will take its opportunity attack because it has a reach of 10.
No.
Okay, well, that's what I get for not checking that first.
No, I was hacking. That wasn't a thing, but Nox didn't know that.
It hasn't happened yet, so
Yep.
Yeah.
you guys have mostly been like significantly far enough away for it to not matter,
The only
or
reason-
all the way within 5 feet.
I trust my defense.
Wait.
Let's see what it does.
Larger creatures frequently can reach farther with their melee attacks.
Yes.
Oh.
So like these guys are like effectively
Baseball,
these
huh?
things are like 11 feet tall, right? With like 6 feet long arms and a weapon in hand. So
Yeah.
like, like without even moving
I'm
the
just waiting to hear the
minis.
roll.
Oh, it's a 20 to hit. I'm not supposed to tell you that, but it would to hit, and you would probably use shield, I'd imagine.
I'm not going to now.
Because your AC is not high enough to.
No, my AC with shield.
With the shield is only 20.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fine. You still take the 11 slashing damage.
Yep. And I'll make my. Oops, I hit the heal button. 11 damage, and then I will make my concentration save.
As this thing you just catch as this big hunk of sharp metal just slices right across your chest.
I'll keep my concentration though.
Oh my god.
Out of an.
All right, and then where do you end up?
30 feet back from where I am right now.
All right, so like straight
Nox
back
is
that way.
Yep.
Buying Kai. Because I think that's the first time Kai has gotten hit. I after doing the repairs and shit earlier, he's gonna look at Kai to see if any crystals or shit are he's
Falling out.
yeah.
Kai's pretty damn wounded with an 11.
Yeah, no,
I'm at
that
I'm
hit
at 3 hit points.
that looked worse than the hit I took. So I was like, oh god.
I
Wait,
am
how
okay.
damaged are you?
I'm at 3.
You're not
What does that
okay.
mean, Kai? That's not 3.
He's not unconscious. He's fine.
I'm functioning at roughly 4% of maximum efficiency.
And then it's Rev's turn.
That's not good, right?
4%.
No.
I think that's actually high. I think it might actually be only 2.5%. Right?
You just took a really
3 out of
just, your
14?
calculations
Yeah.
are probably going to be off a little
3
bit.
out of 14 is like
Does it-
21%.
Yeah, that's
Oh, you're
way
right.
more than that.
I wasn't carrying a 0 there. So I'm at 21% efficiency.
All right. What we're gonna
He's
do-
podcast.
Was it actually
what
21?
we're gonna do-
Yeah, 21 and change.
Shut.
Dang.
What we're gonna
I thought I had my
do-
basic edition wrong earlier.
Damn, okay.
I'm gonna drop a. Where am I gonna drop it? I'm gonna drop a create bonfire.
Okay.
Seems good.
Thinking about exactly where I want to drop it though. I'm wondering if I want to hit him directly or if I want to make it double up on him if when he moves into and decides to stop somewhere. I'm gonna hit it. I guess I'm gonna hit him directly to try to avoid any regeneration this turn. I'm gonna drop it right there.
Gonna try to avoid what?
Burn him.
Yeah, you know what? Let's hit it. Let's hit it.
So far, Kai's the only one who would know and hasn't actually verbalized it. He just did a fire attack once.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I missed.
You can roll an Arcana check if you would like, Kurt, to see if you know fire.
Well, I mean,
It's a
calling down a bonfire is going to be
Reese
effective against
rolling
living
Arcana?
creatures.
Sure,
sure,
sure, but
I'm
yeah.
dropping it kind of on him and like where the like at the edge where so like
give me an
if it
Arcana check
were
before you do
flammable-
anything.
Okay.
In character, you have no reason to believe that trolls, that fire would stop the trolls' regeneration.
Okay. I
Just so you know, in character,
options- so
you have
my,
no.
my
Just so you,
thoughts
yep,
were my
yep.
thoughts.
Just letting you know.
I know. My thought is I was either going to put it on him to see if I can catch the water on fire also, if it is flammable, or I was going to drop it here for him to possibly move into it to get a trigger. And if he stopped there, if he ends his turn, he'll get a trigger. And so that would be the most amount
Make
of
a choice.
damage I could do with it.
Make a choice. Just
No, I'm saying
informing
I'm
you
gonna
what
hit
you do and
him-
do not know. Doesn't matter. Just make a
Yeah.
choice. You don't
I'm
need to
gonna
tell me
hit
what
the
you might
water
have
and
done.
him. I'm going to hit the water
Okay.
and him. So
Alright,
if the
so you're-
water's
so you're-
flammable, just in case.
All right. What does the bonfire? Read the bonfire spell.
Yep, you create a bonfire on the ground that you can see within range, 60 feet. Until the spell ends its concentration, the magic bonfire fills a 5-foot cube. Any creature in the bonfire space, when you cast a spell, must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 fire damage.
So that's on the water, not on the ground.
Again, let's not be too clever. Just pop it on the space that's on the ground right underneath him and set his ass on fire.
That's fine. I'm trying to hit him. I mean, if you're not going to
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. It says on the ground. So
Okay, fine.
yep. Just
Fucking roast him, dude.
because if you try to put it on the
There you
water,
go.
it's just going to probably go out. That's probably why they didn't.
Well, it's magical.
specify that.
It's magical fire, though.
My joint was
Ah.
very magical as well. So just
Yeah.
Of the magic dragon.
Yeah, a cigarette,
say
though,
the
is
same
very
thing.
different than like a bonfire
Mhm.
level of fire, so it's just
Right.
fine.
So you summon the bonfire underneath its feet, and it immediately takes some damage, right? Or
Dexterity
or
save.
actually, yeah. Okay, so it does
DC
dexterity
13.
saving throw. And it absolutely whiffs on that as the fire erupts under its feet, and it kind of starts. And it really doesn't like that, even though it's only 3 damage.
It's okay. All right. I'm gonna move as far away as possible. I'm gonna kind of tuck behind where Kai is over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, let me right behind
Yep.
Kai.
Oh yeah, because you have the extra 5 feet of movement.
Yep.
That's right.
That's everything.
All right. And yes, indeed, as the troll does not regenerate any hit points this turn. Does the bonfire do ongoing damage at the start of its turn again, or how's that work?
No, so if it enters or it ends its turn.
Enters
so,
or ends. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
Then it's going to charge up and smack Agent Knox.
as everyone runs to that corner and he like runs towards me, I'm just gonna like Welcome
As
back,
Agent Knox tells everybody to put some distance between him and it. He charges towards it in melee range, knocks it back 5 feet, and then technically it didn't even hardly have to move forward. It only had to move forward 1 space. As you see the little baby goat watching on.
Oh,
Oh, why you changed the camera, man?
man.
Something bad's about to happen.
And that one hits you.
Yep.
For 11 slashing damage right on the first hit.
Is that a down goes Knox kind of moment, or how are we doing?
He's now bloodied.
Not great.
I think he got topped off, so I think he's okay.
And then the second one hits you for 9.
Knox goes down.
As the troll charges towards you, you say, "Welcome back, buddy," and it just quickly, poof, poof, and hacks you right into the ground. And then, hate to do this, but with its last attack,
Attack a goat.
You know, give me, dude. Give me 2 death saves. Give me 2 death saves.
as you see it slice right into the youngest of the 3 goats.
No.
I am.
I would sacrifice 1,000 characters for that baby goat.
That worked out great.
Kill the goat. Come on.
Attack the goats. Yes. Wonderful.
Knox ain't even my favorite.
Guys, I wanted a baby owlbear and I wanted some baby goats. And nothing.
Still won.
But he's not as cute.
Oh, that's.
Oh no. Oh,
it is
no.
out of attacks, but it does make its way up there. Technically, it's in these 4 spaces here. Charging towards the one who did the most damage to it last turn. Shot it twice in the face. And then it is your turn, Dr. Sanguine. As you just saw the thing knock down Agent Knox, who is bleeding out across the field, and then immediately slaughter one of the 3 goats, leaving only one of the 3 brothers. And then it turns
Now,
towards you.
if I try to go over to Agent Knox to try to kind of stem the situation or heal, no, I'm gonna get a opportunity attack on me, aren't I?
Yes, attack him. A dead troll is better than a knock.
But he's close enough where it's gonna give me extreme disadvantage, right?
Not if you use your daggers.
You have multiple weapons.
That's true. That's true. All right. I guess I'm gonna try it. So here we go. I do have the 2-weapon fighting for actions in combat.
Yep. So pull out, make your first dagger attack.
Okay.
He gets to make 2 as part of the attack action. Yep. You have the
21 to hit.
Master. Do you have dagger
7
mastery?
damage.
He does
I
have
do.
mastery. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
So 21 to hit for maximum 7 damage as you stab into the thing, catching it right in the upper thigh as this dark oozy blood starts spewing from it.
Ooh.
It's not bloodied yet.
And then I just
Nice.
got a what was that? I got a 25 to hit 5 piercing damage and +1 critical damage for piercing.
Yeah, that's a crit on your
Okay.
second attack for 6 more piercing damage.
Ah,
And then do I still have my here? Let me look at the all so that I can see if I still have
That-
my second wind.
You still have
I-
second wind. You haven't used it, but it only heals you, not other people.
Well, doesn't it also do damage or no?
No. Second
okay,
wind
never
just
mind.
heals you.
All right, never mind.
Yep.
That's all I got
And
left.
then-
I
then it
should
is-
probably move though.
If you move away,
I
you're gonna
can't
trigger an
move anywhere.
opportunity attack.
Yeah, as long
Alright.
as you still stay within 2 squares of it,
You can circle
because it has
around
reach,
it.
so you can get a little farther away without provoking the opportunity attack.
You could get over to here. Actually, you could get to here without provoking an opportunity attack.
Okay. Can I get there and then use
Can't use, but you
the med
could-
kit to stabilize?
That's an action.
Can't
That's
use
instead.
action.
So
Okay.
So
I'll
here's
just
the
move
thing.
there anyway, so that I can
Yeah.
hopefully save him once I get.
No.
No.
Using your med kit action to heal is an action.
Right.
There are
yeah.
other people in the party who can heal as a bonus action and not give up an attack to do so.
Okay. All right.
That's where everybody's been trying to get at with that is your healing is an action.
Okay.
So chill on it unless it's an actual emergency.
Okay.
But you can still go over there to stand in front of him for sure.
Sure.
Just keep in mind that doing damage is usually better than using an action to heal.
Okay.
And you charge around, getting in front of the downed, bleeding out, and unconscious Nox. And where's my mouse? I can't find my mouse. I have too many monitors. My mouse is hiding. It's because my mouse is almost dead. That's why it keeps shutting off. Got it. Okay.
The bonus action though. Second wind.
Like
Can I use that to
really,
heal?
really shutting off. Okay, hold on.
Use it to heal yourself, but you're at full health.
I thought I could heal other people too.
No, not with second wind. Second wind is specifically for you.
Okay.
Most of the time, you're not going to have a bonus action to do. The vast
Yeah.
majority of characters don't have bonus actions that they're going to use every turn. It just is part of the deal.
Sorry about that. I literally can't do anything without my mouse. I'm going to keep narrating in the meantime. What were we? So you went over there, and then it is Rose's turn.
Yes. Rose gonna be feeling very tired, and you're gonna see her. She's like tapping her eyes, like they won't turn on. They won't turn on. And when she can't get her like laser eyes to work, she's gonna pull one of her dagger earrings out. And yes, I'm just gonna do the two. Well, I'm 10 feet. Am I technically 10 feet from him?
Yes.
It doesn't matter then. I'm just gonna move a little. Yeah, I'm gonna stab him twice.
Yep. You're gonna step the 5 feet forward to stab him.
Yeah.
Bards get weapon
That's
master, or do
probably
you have to
not
use your bonus action to do the second stab?
I have to use the bonus action. Unfortunately, but I don't have much left. That's good.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'll just endose it.
22 hits.
19.
And a 19 also hits.
Not for much, but it's something.
As you stab it with the first one, the 6 gets it bloodied. As you charge forward, pulling out your earrings, and with 2 quick stabs, the thing starts to stutter and like you just happened to catch it right in a serious vein on its leg, and blood starts spewing out of it. And then we're back to the top with Frankie, unless you're planning to move, bro.
Move it.
Nah, I'm good where I'm at.
All right.
I'm also staying where I'm at, and I'm just going to use Eldritch Blast on. Oh, obviously.
Sorry, yeah. Staying right where you're at, just out of the 5 feet limit. Which, fortunately, the 5 feet disadvantage for range attacks doesn't count. The reach doesn't affect that.
Hey.
Right, Kyle?
What was it?
The reach doesn't affect the whole threatening
All right.
melee.
Correct.
I got a critical hit, and I'm going to use repelling blast to try and push him back into the bonfire.
Knocking him another 10 feet back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get the damage. And repelling blast is automatic. You don't even need to try it.
It just happens.
It just happens.
All
Same
right,
thing with the
15.
shove like that Agent Nox can do.
Are you sure
Good job.
about that?
I can only do it once per turn.
Yeah, he can only do it once per turn. And same thing, Eldritch
That me?
Blast, it hits once on every attack.
Yeah.
Every
that's
time it
like I said,
hits, it does.
It's repelling blast is so good that it's not just that it does it. It pushes it back 10 feet. Every blast you hit with can push it back 10 feet.
Yeah.
So later on, when
That's
you get to the
awesome.
point where you're shooting
It says
through
you
with 3
can push the
blasts-
creature up to 10 feet straight.
Right,
away
right.
from
But
it.
it's you may. There's no throw.
Oh,
you don't have to
it's
try.
Each
Okay.
And
blast
it's
can-
each
I see what you're
blast.
saying. All right.
Each blast is
spare the
10
details. It's
Yeah.
12,
And-
20.
But yeah,
Uh,
the short version is it's automatic. There's no way for him to succeed
Okay.
on a saving throw or anything.
Gotcha. I did 15 damage.
Yeah, Warlock.
Yeah. And you absolutely knock him right back into the fire after doing 15 damage. The thing is wounded and injured.
And takes
So that's
8
it.
more fire damage.
Another D6, right? Or D8?
It's a D8, but it's a DC. It gets to make a save every
It's
time.
still,
it gets to make
when
a
it
save.
enters, it tries to like stumble and not fall in the fire. Got it.
It also moved out of attack range of
I was
Row.
gonna say.
Forced movement doesn't
Force
provoke
movement
up.
doesn't count.
Gotcha.
Yeah, attack of opportunities are whenever you use your movement to do the thing.
Gotcha.
But it did succeed.
Good
On,
try.
I got a 19 on the saving throw, so it manages to and just kind of like dance right over top of the fire, just barely managing to avoid stepping in it as it stumbles backwards. And then we come to Agent Nox yet again, having
First death
visions of
save.
your corporate overlords.
Death save.
Yeah, so as I go to make my first death saving throw, you're gonna see my my facial like implants that I have, like the cybernetic implants. They're gonna sort of like shunt out like of the skin, and they're going to just start electrocuting the fuck out of my face
Trying to like wake you up.
to see if I make this death saving throw.
Like oh, okay.
All right, here we go.
10, just barely one success as you are almost feel a message being communicated that you're not done yet.
Fine.
You didn't answer all your emails.
You didn't file your paperwork last night. You're not allowed to
gonna
die
get your
until you.
pension.
Shit, I gotta do my taxes. Oh fuck.
Okay. And then it is Kai's turn. As Dr. Sanguine realizes, wait, he never has to do taxes ever again.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead again. So Metallica just continues to ring through the battlefield. That's it's a Wisdom 13 to saving throw.
Yeah, succeeds again.
That's the way it goes. I got
I
nothing
mean,
else I can do really.
Yeah, I rolled like the highest was a 5 on my wisdom saves for like 7 in a row. So
Yep, I'm not mad at it.
and then we move on to Rev.
No, I'm gonna
Everybody's
move, sorry, I'm gonna
Oh,
move
sorry.
further away. Let's move me over to here.
Sure. Squeezing out and through the rest of your group, making your way to a bit more of safety, and then it is Rev's turn.
So with the expectation that this thing is going to reclose the gap, I'm going to recast Create Bonfire here.
Sure. Because that's a cantrip, yeah?
Yeah. Yep, I'm going to
Oh.
recast it.
Awesome.
Recast it there. Well, no, wait. Did anybody hit him with... Dang it, no.
What do you do? You're recasting it there. Got it.
Okay, sure.
You're gonna
I
regen
said it.
health, dude.
All right. So as you resummon the bonfire directly in front of it,
I'm going to then cast Healing Word on Nox.
there it is. What word? What's the word?
Or
Heal.
Yeah.
No, but I'm gonna be like, I'd be like, I'm just gonna yell at him. Just be like, get up! We gotta
Get
out
up!
of here.
We're not done yet.
And,
Nox, get up! You can't be dead yet. And you regain 6 hit points on the healing word.
Yeah, Nox is gonna hear the baseball dad yelling at me. It's gonna be like, "There's no fucking way I got
This isn't a water break. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So
Nox, we're in a fight. Get up. You can't take a nap.
Did anybody bring any orders?
This isn't halftime yet.
So to be clear, I just gain all those hit points.
You
and
gain
I'm-
6 hit points and you are conscious but still prone.
Oh,
You- So you hear that word and you sputter awake, coughing as you feel yourself come back to consciousness.
you're gonna hear Nox be like, "Shut the fuck up, Dad." His eyes be like, maybe nobody heard that.
I am also running away a little bit.
Which
too.
direction? Same direction?
Same direction. Yeah, but I'm gonna. Kai knows what he's doing, and so I'm kind of.
Actually, what?
I'm starting to take cues from what he's doing. Because
Yeah, you can actually get over right next to him because you've got that extra 5 feet of movement.
he
Again.
knows what's going on. So. But yeah, that's it. That's everything.
And then the troll goes as the bonfire was just summoned directly in front of it. It goes "Arrgh! Arrgh!" and goes around. I'm sorry, Nox.
No.
It's okay. So far, my character has the titles of first death saving throw and second death saving throw. And I think I'm not title.
As you just managed to get your eyes blinking open and say, "Shut the fuck up, Dad!" the troll leans into your view. And with 3 massive swings, boom, roar, you're able to roll to the left, then roll to the right, and then the last one catches you for 11 slashing damage.
And down he goes again.
Bringing you
And down
right
again.
back to unconsciousness. 'Cause
You
you're
want- do you
still the
mind that?
closest one.
So don't do okay. So I'm used to playing a different system.
There's no
Do you-
drawbacks to popping back up and getting knocked back
And
down.
your death saving
There's no
throws don't carry
stacking
over.
death.
There's no
Nope,
stacking.
nothing
No
weird, no
damage
crazy
or
penalties,
anything.
no nothing. No nothing. Just back
I'm
to
actually
exactly as if you
gonna-
went down for the first time.
Yes, it's
All
wacky.
right. So I'm just in a slightly worse position.
You're just bleeding out again. Not even
More
slightly
about-
worse. It doesn't matter. There's no negative hit points.
I'm worried. I'm more worried about how my suit is gonna look after this. Like it's got to be in
Maybe you
tatters.
can make a little exchange where you fix Kai up and then Kai fixes the suit.
I do have mending.
Oh,
Um,
well,
and then the thing is going to continue to use its movement, stepping right over top.
you say
Oh.
stepping on us.
No, but directly over top of him, and that is not a pleasant view that you've got there.
Dude, they got him
Good thing
knocked
you're
out.
unconscious.
Oh no.
Calm down.
Why did the doctor always remain calm? Because he had a lot of patience.
And you say that as you turn over your shoulder and you see this troll standing directly in front of you, stepping over top of an again unconscious Nox.
Oh my god.
Hulk is treating me like Loki right now, dude. Like I'm just getting slammed.
Okay. Well,
I can give you the overhead if you need.
Much
actually see you.
stabbings.
I like the action
So,
shots.
not
honestly.
like I can run away, so it looks like I'm just going to be dual wielding the daggers again and see what
Yeah.
happens with that.
Kill it.
There's one. Let's see what I got.
Oops.
I got a 9 to hit, but 25.
So the 25 doesn't. You've got it set to roll twice automatically.
Oh, okay, that's
we
what it
ignore
was.
the
So
second
9
number.
to
We
hit.
always ignore the second number.
Yeah.
Unless you
Unless you have advantage or disadvantage, then we use it.
I mean, I do think I still
So
have
the 9, you
heroic
could, if you have heroic inspiration, you could re-roll that 9.
Okay. And it
You
was
just attack again.
So just hit the hit.
Same. Nope.
No,
just
hit
hit the
the
same
attack
thing. The same main button again.
All right.
6 to hit.
all right.
Nope.
All right.
So you frantically try to stab at it.
So I'll
with your
try to
first
stab
dagger
with my
attack.
other dagger.
Yep. Now you get your follow up. Yep, with the dual wield attack.
I feel like we started really well attacking in this.
All right, 21 to hit. All right.
21 to hit for 7 damage. Yeah.
Something.
As you duck under it, swinging and stab right up, catching it right in the stomach as another bit of acritic foul liquid starts spewing out of it.
Oh, gross.
All over Nox, who's running underneath.
Yes, all over Nox.
Yo,
And then it is Rose's turn.
Sue's gonna be so fucked up.
I'm gonna go 5 feet forward in front of this car.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna pull out. Well, that should be 5 to 50. I'm 20 feet, right? I'm gonna pull out my earrings and I'm going to.
That gets you to 20. Yep, for sure.
I'm gonna throw.
them? Yes.
I'm gonna throw them. Yep.
Yeeting your earrings at the thing. Hell yeah.
It's desperate times. All right. Maybe 18.
How about the second attack?
Then
Did the
one of
first
them
one
didn't. It didn't. The numbers didn't come
Only
through.
one of them came through.
Wait, I rolled an 18 on the first one. That's
Okay.
weird.
Yeah, there has been some slight hiccups lately where occasionally the dice rolls just show up as dots for other people.
Really not want to re-roll that 18 if that's okay, but
No, you got this. So you got an 18 to hit on the first attack.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. For
and
how much damage?
The damage didn't. I can't see the damage at all.
Okay, just roll damage then.
Yeah, I'll roll damage.
What? It shows the 18 to hit and then a dot for
It
the damage.
just showed the 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
Pearson.
No worries. Yep. Some sort of hiccup in the
6
system.
damage.
D&D Beyond, if you would hire our
Hire
friend
me.
here, Kyle,
Hire me.
as your senior
I'll
web developer, he could maybe fix some of these issues.
I did officially apply.
Also, get like faster profile pics uploaded so people can track initiative order with your integrated program. That would also be really cool.
6. I'm
All right.
not sure.
So 6 on the first attack. It's not enough to bring it down, but it is significantly wounded here.
That is fine with me. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to run toward Kai and Rev. Sorry, Nox.
And as of right now, it hasn't taken any fire damage.
I can't even hear you, dude.
Not that there's
What?
something technically wrong. He's saying he can't hear you because he's unconscious.
All right. So wait. So yeah, you said you're running over towards where? Sorry, Rev and Kai.
Kai and Rev.
Yeah. Continuing to follow the steady retreat group.
Correct.
We have
All right,
We're gonna have a worry here soon.
Frankie, what do you got?
Same as before. I'm just gonna use Eldritch Blast
Mhm.
just from where I stand. Uh,
17 hits for.
100 damage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
For 5.
And a 10-foot push.
Yes.
Okay, and he is knocked back 10 feet off of the board.
That means he dies, right?
Yeah, definitely.
He's like,
It's like Smash Brothers. Yeah.
Actually, he glitches out of the map and he can't get back in. He's like stuck behind an invisible wall.
Into eternity.
Yeah, I thought those were Smash Bros. rules.
He's ledge
Knock him
guarding
off
right
the
now.
Lego pit. You whiff.
Where'd he go?
He was just
Technically,
pushed
here,
back
hold
10
on.
feet.
I'm gonna.
He's just the camera doesn't hit him from where we're sitting.
Oh
I'm
boy.
trying.
Oh, I forgot I had
You got it.
advantage on my next roll against him. Shh.
Why would you have advantage?
I shot him with my pistol.
That
Which
was
gives,
a while
uh,
ago.
On the
Yeah.
next attack roll.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the next attack. So once you've done any,
Didn't I just do two? Like, it doesn't matter. It
not-
already happened. I'm not gonna. You know.
yeah, that's what we're saying.
I thought it was the turn before that I hit him.
It usually, I think that more
Anyway. Anyway, so Frankie hit for 5 Eldritch Blast damage, and then it's up to Nox again. Death saving throws. As you have felt yourself teetering back and forth on the brink of life and death.
Just don't critically fail. You'll be all right.
he's experiencing a sense of peace right now, where he's not having to deal with all this chaotic bullshit.
Remembering life before the apocalypse.
It's like we're like life was simple.
Life was simple. I was just a corporate assassin.
Yay!
There's no. It's not like a progressive check, right?
Allegedly.
Correct.
You just need a 10 or better.
Just a 10. It's always a 10 or better. It's all you need.
Okay.
And if you get a 20, you automatically have 1 hit point and are back up.
Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope.
And then it's Kai's turn.
I gotta just keep hitting it. Toll the dead. Go ahead and make your saving throw. Wisdom 13.
Got a 0.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
A
Take that, you juice
0.
box and suck it.
What was that?
For how much damage?
6 more necrotic damage.
6?
6.
6?
He must have 7 hit points.
All right. Rev,
Come
can you
on.
bring us home?
Yeah. Well,
Can Rev bring
Hit it
us
with the
home? Do
bonfire,
you know
hit it with
this?
the bonfire.
You know Curtis Silver?
what do we want to do?
do you know the Reverend?
Burn it! Burn the witch!
Maybe.
He's gonna spend
Yeah.
his whole turn healing Knox.
I am going to do a thing. I'm going to cast create bonfire directly on it.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna play the game anymore. Yeah, see, that's
I
smile
love
right
that
there.
smile. It's amazing.
As he just slowly turns around and realizes, oh, it's not dead yet. Whoops.
If I'm a little bit too, I might be a little bit too far away. It's 60 feet, but if I am, I actually do want to move 35 feet.
You're 50 feet away from it.
Okay. I actually do want to move directly-ish behind Dr. Sanguine, like right in front of the G-Wagon. A little bit further back. Yeah, I want to create bonfire right on it, like towards the front side, so that even if he moves 5 feet closer, we're like
He's still in it. Yep.
still in it.
One of the front spaces that he's in.
And then
It does the dexterity saving throw as the fire erupts in its space.
DC 13, right?
DC 13 dex save.
It got an 8.
Okay.
Let's see the damage. Because
Because
it doesn't have 1, it has 2 hit
Or
points.
better. If you made your
4.
And as that bonfire erupts, burning and singeing the thing, it squeals and then finally collapses and dies. The corpse laying in the bonfire as it slowly roasts a foul roast.
Or I don't have time
Somebody get me
to
a
waste.
carrot.
Get him up and let's move. We need to move now.
I do need to run. Actually, do need to run back for my daggers. So I'm going
You
to.
better be fast. This thing will wake up in about 10 seconds.
Okay, Kai. Okay, I'm gonna run, grab my daggers, and we need to get Nox up.
Then let somebody get me up.
I
So-
mean, I'm standing right next to him. If you want me to
Yep.
to get him up with the.
So you've already done that feature on him. You can only do that once per day. per person.
I can burn my last spell slot.
Oh my god, am I making another death saving throw?
No.
No.
The
Should we
Well-
do it in? Wait, we should keep combat order.
yeah.
We
True.
have,
It's a
we
good-
have-
it's a good
Troll
idea.
is Troll is dead. Dr. Sanguine,
from my count,
Yep.
we have 4 rounds left on sleep.
correct. It is round 6 out of combat, or nearing the end of round 6.
That was a good call, Kyle. Thank you.
But
It will keep me alive.
we are going to pick back up,
Yeah.
figuring out how we are going to get Nox back alive next session
No,
on the Arcane
Okay.
Apocalypse.
Yay.
Doses.
I'm
It's
gonna.
gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
You're fine.